get that. So that's a fun thing to talk about.
Yeah, guys.
Yeah.
That's how we start a show.
Yeah. It could all be avoided if we all didn't have the technical competency of like 80-year-olds. I know who the Miz is. That's only because he played in the celebrity softball games at All-Star Weekend. That's the only reason I know who the Miz is. Also, sexual deviant, the guy who threw shoes in Austin Powers. Didn't that guy his something?
Oh yeah, he was the one that got punched by the mullet guy in the dick, right?
In the dick,
UFC 3?
Yeah, in the dick.
Okay.
Let's get this over with, because I gave up on sports since Sunday. I haven't been watching any sports. I don't like sports anymore. Sports are dumb.
Wait. Oh, yeah. Yeah, baby. Ah!
What do you want?
The world, sir. Damn Flurkins. These fucking cats. I'm on Team Skrull when it comes to Flurkins. They're creepy, and I don't like them. I can't wait to see a scene in Secret Invasion when an army of Flurkins comes at a bunch of Skrulls. Like, I think that should be a thing. If they don't do that, they're missing out on comedy gold. It's a great callback.
You are a terrible fucking sports fan.
I'm not.
Yes, you are. You don't give a shit about a team until they beat your friend's team, and you want your friends to feel like shit.
No!
Because you're a terrible fucking sports fan. That's exactly what you're doing. You want to troll people and make them feel fucking shitty because the team you don't actually care for beat a team that we actually care about. So fuck you, Wayne. Fuck you before you even fucking say everything.
Well.
Bro Plata, where black people and white people talk nonsense.
Everybody, we're live. Hi, how are you? Good to see you all. We're live on the tubes of you. You all are pretty, and we are here. We're gonna talk about the clusterfuck that was Misfit Boxing. We're going to talk about UFC Vegas 81, and I may have a mental breakdown if my equipment is not working well. But what?
Yeah, it's your stuff.
God damn it. It's got to be the wire. It has to be the wire. I think I have the wire upstairs, but
maybe.
My stuff sounds like shit.
Yeah, he sounds like he's on AM radio, but worse.
Does it sound like I'm on old time radio?
It definitely sound. You know, it does. It sounds like a wire problem. Like it's like like that, and it it sounds like you're broadcasting through your phone into a microphone and then through AM radio. Does not make sense. Like it's just not good. Yeah. So I don't know. I definitely didn't think it would go backwards when you were changing computers.
I sound like trash. How did this happen?
I don't know. You heard it, so now you know that I'm not lying to you. Okay, good.
Yeah, I'm gonna be back. I'm gonna put you on solo here for a little bit. We'll rummage in my room for something.
Okay. Yeah, we'll figure it out. He was actually pretty excited because he had new stuff today. He's using a different computer. He got some I don't know, adapters for shit or something, and he was excited. Is this sound still on? Yeah, I don't know how that is possible if it's not on the screen. Anyway, well, he'll be back, and Pulse will be here eventually, I think. I don't know. Let's see, guys. Yeah, fight stuff. That Barbosa Yusuf fight is pretty sweet. And then apparently everyone was pissed about the Paul Danis pay-per-view. Well, I mean, that's what you get, though, really. I mean, what do you expect? I mean, it's a circus fight. You're going to get circus shit. What do you expect? Ray, how is your volume still on when you're not on screen? Because I can hear you still. It's weird. Hey, Pulse.
What's up, gangster?
Hey, man. Ray's having some problems.
Oh, really?
Oh, audio problems. I'm Well, I mean, emotional problems always, but maybe not enough to affect the show. No, he's just trying to figure out some stuff. He has some new equipment that he was trying to figure out, and it doesn't sound good. There's something going on with his audio. It sounds like tin can AM radio. It's not. It's like robotic. It's not good. Hey, Birdo, what's up, buddy? How are you, man?
Did you do something with your hair?
No, it's just the way it is on the in my headphones, apparently.
Oh, okay.
My sunglasses are up here. No, it's just the way. Just the headphones. Did the Cowboys win?
Yes. Oh, I know you're happy.
Oh, dude.
You are like, I don't even know what to say. Like, yo,
Neither do I. I watched it, man. I honestly, I mean, I said last week I didn't think they had a chance in hell against San Francisco. Talk about the Browns. They won, man. I mean, well, like I've been saying this, and I'm going to probably say this the entire season because it's true. Their defense is the truth. Like their defense is real. It's a real defense, and if you have a defense that good, you always have a shot. And PJ Walker had to just not fuck up too bad, and dude, he did just enough to get him like in field goal range 4 times. So I mean, he did just enough to help them win, and they got lucky a couple times too with some wacky penalties. And although we had some weird ones in the first half too, but and they missed the field goal at the end.
BRB.
Okay, but the defense played awesome. I think I saw that the first team in like 50 years they give it up less yards in 5 games than any team in 50 years or something like that. It's like they gave it up 1,002 yards in 5 games.
I mean, what do you think? Do you think this is gonna springboard them, maybe turn the season around with their backup QB and
Well, their season hasn't been bad. I mean, they only one bad loss, and that was against Baltimore. And they haven't had Watson. Hopefully, at this point, it's way too is good to go. When he's pain-free, have him go. Because apparently it's painful to throw. If it's painful to throw, he's going to make bad throws. So I'd rather him get healed now and play the rest of the year than make it worse. So a lot of people here talking shit about him, like he's like being a pussy and shit, which I never thought was true. I'm like, you don't know what's going on with the guy. But I don't know if he's ready to go Sunday against Indianapolis. It'll be great. If not, Walker again. I think we can beat Indy without him. At least we can beat San Francisco without him. We can probably beat Indy without him. But we know the defense is really good. So and if we had this defense and Nick Chubb, we wouldn't have to throw the ball, man. We would have been great. But he got hurt in the second week, and yeah, that was a bummer. But hopefully the offense can do enough. But the defense is really, really good.
Well, I wanted to start off by saying, and I'm surprised y'all didn't have her in the thumbnail. You heard about Suzanne Summers?
Oh, yeah.
I was Three's Company was a little bit before my time, but she was on a show called Step by Step when I was a kid. Did you watch it?
Yeah. I remember that one. Yeah. It was on Fridays, wasn't it? Friday nights?
Yeah. TGIF.
TGIF, that's right. Yeah. I remember that one. Yeah, that's mostly what I remember her from because you said Three's Company was a little too old for me too, but yeah, that and Thigh Master commercials.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a bummer. How old was she?
I don't even know, man.
She's been out of the public eye for decades, right? So
yeah.
I don't know. Yeah. Your Astros has some work to do.
Man, did you watch the game? Because they sort of came back. They came back. They were originally down 5-1. And then in the 8th, they scored 4. Yordan Alvarez hit a home run, a solo. No, it was Bregman hit a solo. And then I think Yordan brought them back. And then at one point, they had the bases loaded. And they got out of there, man. They had the bases loaded with no outs. We just couldn't score a run, man. And, yeah, we got some work to do for sure.
Yes, Raymond.
A goo.
a ga ga ga. That's all I want to say to you. Goo goo goo. Ga ga ga. Really? Are you
Yeah,
fucking
dude. For a
kidding
second there, I
me?
thought it was gonna be okay, but yeah, dude, it's not. It's not good. I don't know
I have
what
to go
to.
back to my old fucking shit. You realize?
Yeah,
Like,
probably. Yeah, I know. I'm
God,
sorry.
whores.
I'm just the messenger here. I'm just.
Fucking whores, man. Whores and sluts, all of you.
I'm sorry.
All right, I'll be back. Whores.
Us? We're whores? You hear it too, right? I'm not the only one. I'm not like. It does not sound good.
What was the symbology? Is it symbology or symbolism?
Symbolism.
What was the symbolism of the baby talk? What was that?
Oh, I have no idea, but he was just testing his mic. But you heard it does not sound good today, right? His stuff is not normal today.
Yeah.
So he's gonna have to get his old stuff out. Oh well. 76. She was young. Berto, listen, like if I get to 76, I'll be pretty happy, man. I like surprised I got to 36, to be honest with you. But dude, the Rangers haven't lost a game in the playoffs yet, right? They won the 2 in the wild card series and 3 in the DS, and these 2.
Yeah, they're quite formidable, and is it just me, or has the Aroldis Chapman lost some heat, man? Like,
well, they thought that, but then it was with Kansas City and he got it back. He was throwing 98, 99 again. So
I remember when he first came up, he was throwing like 101 consistently.
Well, yeah, from when he first came up, yeah, but he's been in the league forever. He's been in the league for like a decade. So, yes, overall, yes, he's not throwing 105 anymore. But, like last year with the Yankees, he was hitting like 96, 97. But now when he signed with Kansas City and then traded to Texas, he hits triple digits sometimes now. So he can still throw hard. I think everyone was surprised how well he pitched this year, really. Especially that whole debacle in New York where he like kind of quit on the team and shit.
Yeah, like he started off as a starter, right?
I mean, I think they all do, right? I don't remember him ever being a starter though. He may have been. I don't know.
Did anybody get caught up just to be a closer? Does anybody just, or do they all start off as starters, or and then they just?
I mean, maybe not get to the major leagues, but in the minors, I would say the vast majority of guys they get drafted to think they're going to be starters. So I mean, however, if guys are relievers in college, they'll get drafted and they'll think they're good. But I would say most of them, I don't know if that's true or not. I'm just guessing. I think at least 7 out of 10 are probably starters.
I can't remember. Did Mariano Rivera ever pitch a full game?
Oh, I don't think so. I don't know. I mean, a lot of guys, by the time they get to the majors, they are relievers. But I mean, there's a couple guys in like Guardians bullpen right now that were starters that started for the Guardians. Hedges, Ray and I were in Pittsburgh and we saw Sam Hedges start, and he's a really good left-handed reliever now. But he was a starter, and Eli Morgan, same thing. Like, a lot of guys. Xavier Curry actually kind of does both, but yeah, a lot of guys. It's like I think it's Andrew Chafin, just like when he was with the Cubs bullpen, they just called themselves the failed starters, because that's kind of what most Andrew Miller was a starter, and he was never a really good one, but he was a great reliever. He was nasty as hell when we had him in Cleveland. Maybe the best trade they ever made when they got Andrew Miller in 2016, because he was nasty all throughout the playoffs. And we gave up Clint Frazier for him, and Clint Frazier didn't do shit. I don't even know where Clint Frazier is now.
I hadn't heard that name in a while.
Yeah, Ginger outfielder. Last I heard, he was with like Chicago, but I don't know if he is or not. With the White Sox, but I don't know, man. We don't have a manager still. Will Venable said no to us. Kevin Cash said no to us. So who knows? We'll get somebody.
Yeah.
But
I was gonna say, I think the NLCS is on right now.
Is it? Yeah. I feel like Philly's going to win that series, and I don't want the same World Series as last year, Pauls. I'm sorry. All right, we fucking had Houston, Philly last year. All right.
As long as we make it, I really don't care if it's Arizona or Philly. To be honest with you, but
Well, sure. Yeah, listen, if it was, as an Astro fan, I'm sure you don't give a fuck who they play, even if they play the same team they played last year. It doesn't matter. But to me, it does. Also, I just don't want Houston to be in the World Series at all either. Because fuck Houston. Again, I'd be on your side no matter any other team. If you were a fan of any other baseball team, and you were they were in the ALCS or NLCS, I would be on your side. That's the only one. The only one.
How long are you gonna be mad at them?
Till I die. Yeah, I'll never give it up. I would never. No.
I mean, you
At
do
the very least until Tuve's still in the league.
I was gonna say you do understand that after they won in 17, they made it the next year and lost. So isn't that?
I don't know. Maybe if they go through another rebuilding phase, and then like are shitty for like a decade, and then get good again, then I'll be fine with it. But they're still on. There's still that run, those teams that So I know it's not all the same guys, a lot of the same guys, but it's just the teams that are. It was this build, this era of success that is part of that. So I'm like, yeah, fuck the Astros, man.
I think Jose Altuve is the only guy left from that. Well, no, Bregman's there. So
yeah, Bregman. That might be it. Yeah, because Brantley came after that. Because Brantley was with us when that happened.
Yeah.
Is he even playing?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah. He was great with us. He's just getting old. That's all. Dr. Smooth. But all right, I gotta start drinking. I didn't drink anything yet. My throat's getting all sore and parched and raspy. I blame my CPAP, or I'm getting sick. I don't know. I could be dying, Pulse. I don't know. Who knows? Comic that Ray and I know apparently is doing not great. Poor guy. I hope he's doing all right. Shout out to Blake Townsend. He's Blake Townsend. He's apparently he has I don't know if he had some sort of pre-existing condition. I'm assuming he did, but he's having liver failure or something, and he's at the Cleveland Clinic, which Cleveland Clinic is one of the best hospitals in America, the best place you could be right now, in Ohio at least. So hopefully, I don't know. I have only heard like secondhand stuff from other comics and on Facebook, and I guess he may need a transplant. I don't know. So I don't know. He's in his 30s, I think.
Oh man,
he might be younger than that, to be honest with you.
What's his name?
He may be in his late 20s. Blake Townsend. He you wouldn't be able to find anything on him. He's just like a local Cleveland comic, but he's a good guy, and I hope he's going to be all right.
That's deep, man. That's deep.
Yeah, it's a bummer. They're doing a couple weeks. They're going to do a benefit show for him. I'll probably go up if I can. Actually, you know what? It's going to be on a Tuesday. I might go anyway. You can handle it without me. It's a bummer. Man, I honestly thought I might not even watch that Browns game. Like if I was tired, I was going to go to bed, but I was awake and I'm like, all right, I'll watch it. I put it on and I'm like, the first series, like they went through our defense like a hot knife through butter. It was bad. They drove down 84 yards and scored easy. And I'm just like, here we go. Man, like even our defense can't stop these guys. What the hell, man? But I think what they did and that drives, they ran a lot more zone than they usually do. And I think after that, they're like, if it ain't broke, well, we're trying to fix it. And then after that, they couldn't do shit. Defense played great. And they're both of the running backs were out too. Samuels and McCaffrey both got hurt and didn't finish the game. But we were stopping them anyway. I mean, it definitely didn't help them, but they had a shot at the end, 41-yard field goal. Jake Moody, which fuck Jake Moody. That guy's been a pain in my ass as an Ohio State fan for like 4 years because he's been with Michigan so long. And he's good. He's been a pain in our ass. So not too disappointed that he missed it. And I couldn't believe it. Honestly, I couldn't.
I mean, you guys beat the best team in the league. I don't know what are the odds?
We have the best defense in the league. I'm saying it right now. Yeah. Okay. Paul, well, number one, statistically, we absolutely do.
Okay.
And you haven't even seen them. So how do you know? How do you know?
Well, we have the best defensive player in the league on our squad. So
Who?
Michael Parsons, who will be defensive player of the year this year.
Oh, you know what? He's very good, but you know what? Well, I'm gonna say I would be fine with having him more Myles Garrett. I wouldn't like that's a win-win, you know. But I'm pretty partial to Myles Garrett and everyone we have a great secondary now too. I'm pretty excited for this defense, and it's Jim Schwartz. Jim Schwartz coming into DC. He's always been successful, really, and he's always kind of beat Kyle Shanahan, so that happened again. So I don't know if he's in that guy's head or what, but I don't know. I'm excited to see what they do. The offense is always going to give us a heart attack every week, but it's the defense is great. Like I said, they've given up less yards in 5 games than any team since at least the 70s. They've given up 1,002 yards in 5 games.
Who do y'all have next week? Because we got to bye.
We had ours last week. Indianapolis out there. My mom was going to go to that game. I know some people that are going to that game because it's like a 4-hour drive from here, 4 or 5, okay. Just so it's doable. That's also where they play the Big Ten championship game. My mom and her boyfriend have gone to a couple of those.
Speaking of Indianapolis, whatever happened to Andrew Luck? For a minute, I thought I heard he was coming back.
That was a rumor, but I don't know if there's any truth to it. He seemed like one of those guys who wasn't really into football anyway. Like he was always just talking about other stuff, doing other stuff, and then when he had an injury, he's like, this is the time to bow out. I mean, I say that, but obviously he was successful and he was very good. But I think once he had get the injury, he's like, now it's just the time to hang it up. I don't need this. Like he had other things. I guess what I mean is he definitely had other things that he wanted to do in his life. A lot of guys have no idea what they're going to do after football. Andrew Luck was probably excited for life after football because there's things. I don't know what he's doing, but he seemed like he always had things going on. He's a smart guy. There's other things he probably wanted to pursue, and he's probably doing that now. So
why do you say he's smart? Why do you say he's smart? Because he went to Stanford?
Yes, but he is. I also hear him speak. I mean, except for the fact that he sounds like what's that guy named Duper from Coach? It's, one of those voices. A little Andre the Giant voice. Other than that, I don't know. He always talks about things he reads and stuff. I don't know. I don't know what he's doing. I'm sure he's doing something good. I don't know. But no, there's no way on earth that guy's going to play football again. Why would you? Really? There's that mathematician that played for the Ravens. He got another concussion. He's like, I'm done. He's like, I want to be able to do math still. So, yeah, and I think he's working as a mathematician now.
Well, I mean, they say the average NFL career is 4 years, so it's not so long.
Yeah, it's not long. Mm-hmm.
Usually, they have to, most people don't just decide to quit. They still want to play. He bucked the trend. He's like, I'm out of here on my terms.
Yeah, Joe Thomas did the same thing. Although it's probably was. I mean, he had all those consecutive snaps. He shattered the record. A record I don't think anyone's ever going to touch. And then when he finally did get injured, he just he lost a bunch of weight, and he's just like, nah, I'm good. I think he knew right away. He's like, nah, this is enough. I'm good. The only thing that sucks is he never played in a playoff game. Yeah, he was easy first ballot Hall of Famer, and he got in this year, and he never played in a playoff game. But man, he was the man. And that was the one sure thing about the Browns for years is we have our left tackle down. That spot's good. That's it. Left tackle, nothing else.
Yeah.
And long snapper too. We've had Charlie Hewitt for a while. He makes more money than any other long snapper in football, and he never fucks up.
You had Joe Thomas, and then you had what was the DB you had? Hayden.
Joe Hayden, yeah.
Joe Hayden, he was a good one, really good one.
Yeah, for a while, and then he went to Pittsburgh. But when he retired, he wanted to retire as a Brown, so they signed him for one day so he could retire as a Brown. So that's pretty cool. I think he lives in Cleveland now. So yeah, there's guys that play and they hang around, and they're just local legends that hang around, like Bernie Kosar. Bernie Kosar is only famous in the Cleveland area. He played for Dallas at one point. I guarantee he walks down the streets of Dallas. No one knows who the fuck he is. But Cleveland, he's a celebrity.
I guess. Well, I guess nobody would be more popular there than the late Jim Brown, right?
Yeah, probably.
Or would you say LeBron is probably? I mean, does Cleveland claim LeBron because he's really from Akron? So
depends who you talk to. Some people do. Like you've heard. I don't know if you ever heard Thomas talk about it. He hates LeBron, but there's people. I know a lot of people from Akron that were fans of whichever team he was on. They didn't give a fuck about the Cavs. They were only Cavs fans when he was in the Cavs. Then they were Heat fans. Then they were Lakers fans. Right. So it depends who you talk to. I don't know. I was bummed when he left. I was happy when he came back. I'm happy he won us a championship, and I was fine with him leaving after that. I'm like, you won us a championship, fine, go do what you want to do.
You think that guy will ever get a statue one day?
Yeah, probably in Cleveland. I would almost guarantee he's going to have one in Cleveland.
Right outside.
I don't know who's going to build it, but somebody will. What?
That's what I was wondering. Like right outside Quicken Loans, you think? Or
possibly. Kind of surprised there isn't any there right now. The only place where there's statues that I know of is in Cleveland. I mean, sorry, in Cleveland. The baseball field. The baseball field has plenty. There's a handful of them outside of the baseball field. I don't know if there's any in the football field. There may be. You figure there would be. Is there a Jim Brown statue up there? I don't know. I'm not sure. You think I would know that, but I'm not sure. There's definitely multiple statues outside of the gate at the Guardian Stadium at Progressive Field. Cleveland claims anyone they can. That's not necessarily true, man.
How many because how many Hall of Fames do y'all have in Ohio? Y'all have the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is up there, right?
Yeah, that's right next to the Brown Stadium.
Okay, and then what is it? Canton is football.
Yeah, I pass that thing once a week because it's like anytime I go up north, like I go straight through Canton on 77 and I pass it constantly. I was there a couple days ago. Saturday. And
is it true
I was
that
thinking, like, I haven't gone to the Hall of Fame in forever.
Yeah, I would like to. I want to check it out one of these days.
I haven't gone since I was 17, and I lived walking distance from it for like 3 years.
You're talking about the Football Hall of Fame?
Yeah, Football Hall of Fame, yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, both those, that and the Rock and Roll. I want to see it.
Yeah, I've only been to the Rock Hall once, and the Football Hall of Fame I haven't been since I was 17. I've been to the Baseball Hall of Fame twice since I went to the Football Hall of Fame last, and I pass it a million times a year.
And where's the baseball one again? In
Cooperstown, New York, which is middle of nowhere. There's nothing close to Cooperstown, New York. And when you're driving, you have to go these like old farm roads and shit. You think you're going the wrong way. But then you finally find this like tiny ass town. It's just bars and a baseball museum.
Yeah, you would figure it would be in Kansas, right? That's where it started, right?
No, it's basketball.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah, baseball. No, baseball is out there. They say there's no like definitive.
Where's the Basketball Hall of Fame?
Naismith. I don't want to say it's in Kansas City. Yeah, where's the Naismith Hall? I think it's in Kansas City, isn't it? I don't know. I think that it'll be Kansas. I don't know. It's somewhere in the Midwest, I believe. I don't know. I haven't been to that one. No, and the Pro Football Hall of Fame, like I say, I pass it all the time, but I haven't been there in a long time. I actually looked yesterday to see how much tickets were. They're more than I thought they were. They're like $43.
It's not bad.
It's not bad if you come out to do it, you know. When it's just up the road, like, do I want to spend $43 today? I'm like, yeah, not today. Yeah. I mean, it's pretty big, and like I said, I haven't been there in like 19 years, so I'm sure there's tons more. I mean, I know they added on since then, of course, but like they're trying to build like a whole. They call it the Hall of Fame Village. Like there's new restaurants and shops behind the Hall of Fame. They're trying to make it a whole like football tourist destination. They're spending a lot of money doing it. I don't know how well it's going to work. It's going to work 1 week a year for sure. But after that, I don't know. They're building right next to the Hall of Fame an indoor water park that's going to be football themed.
That sounds like fun.
Okay, I don't think there's enough people in the area to support it any other time of year, though. I don't know. I don't. We'll see. I hope it works. It would be a bummer if it was open for a year and shut down because they're building it right now. But I don't know. No, that area, Canton, Ohio, is definitely taking football as its identity, and it has for a long time. And high school football in Ohio is nuts anyway. But in that area, Stark County is pretty crazy. Canton McKinley's this week. That's been going on for a long time. Those are two schools, big schools that have been playing each other since like 1894, and it's a big deal. Massillon will probably beat the shit out of McKinley this year, but also when I sit here beat Dover, my town has one of those too. This is the 120th.
What is the premier high school team in Cleveland? What's the big school?
There's a few. St. Ed's, Lakeland St. Edwards. Remember Brian Hoyer?
Yeah,
he played for St. Edwards. St. Ignatius is another private boys Catholic school. They're always good. Just smaller schools. Cleveland Glenville. Ted Giddens Sr. is a coach there. They got good again. They won a championship last year. That's a public school. There's a bunch up there. There's a smaller school close to Ray called Kirtland, which has I don't know. They probably have 120 kids in their school, less than 200. But that team wins a championship most years. They're very good in the small school, but they're always winning. It just depends. There's a bunch of them. The school Ray went to up there, Mentor, they're usually pretty good too. That's where Miss Travinsky went. But there's a bunch. There's a bunch up there.
Yeah. No, I've always heard that it was strong up there in Ohio.
But no, Massillon and McKinley. McKinley's the team that plays. Their high school's right by the Hall of Fame. They play in the Hall of Fame stadium, and Massillon is down the road from them. They have a 20,000 seat high school stadium, and they play Saturday, and that's always insane. But the school I went to, New Philadelphia, plays Dover this week, and they've been playing. This will be the 120th game they've played. So that's always that's a big deal here every week. It's Dover Philly week. It's a big deal always. No matter what the teams are doing, it's always a big deal. And it's fun. It's fun. It's cool. And I mean, I don't know any other rivalry where the schools are this close together. I mean, Dover and Philly high schools are 2.8 miles away from each other. So they've been playing, since 1896. So it's a big deal. Hopefully Philly wins this year. It's at Dover. I'm not going to be there, but I've gone to a handful of them. The last one I went was 2020, I think. But they're fun. And they're always so, I mean, in those two towns, there's maybe 30,000 people in two different towns altogether, maybe. But there's will be 6,000 people at the stadium on Friday. That's 20% of the, right? Yeah, it's 20% of the population.
Yeah, that's how it is in Texas. High school football down here is king, man. And it's small towns, the whole town was shut down on a Friday night,
Yeah, and that's like that here too.
Yeah,
so, like I said, when I was in Texas, I was kind of surprised that the football was the same. It was just as intense as it is here. I thought maybe it would be more, but it was just the same. So I live in the Woodlands. I went to the Woodlands College Park, which is a rivalry now, but at the time they've only been two schools for a decade now. So that's not they haven't played 120 times like this. Town shut down, Ray. It's Dover Philly week.
Did it really?
Not shut down, but what'd you change the background? Is it a spider web? What is that?
No, it's an MMA cage and a guy getting a triangle, and it says Bro Plata.
I can't tell. It looks like a poop. Because I can't tell what's in the middle. Looks like this is a turd and a spider web. So, who made this?
How does my mic sound now? Does it sound fucking better?
Yes.
Yeah, it sounds good to me.
It sounds normal.
Does it?
Yeah. Yes. It's normal now. The way it usually is every other week.
I try and better my life. I try and do things.
I know. That's why you just don't try.
No, Tim, I'm going to try for the rest of my goddamn life. That's what I'm going to do.
You just keep falling on your face, Ray. Don't try.
Yeah, I know.
Just go.
I know.
Get it.
Fuck. Now there's a delay. Like everything was kind of working on the other one. What kind of?
I don't know how you're gonna get the best of both worlds. I don't know.
HP, suck my ass, HP. How about that? Suck it hard.
Weren't you using Apple before? That doesn't work either.
No, this one worked, or the MacBook worked pretty well.
Well, something fucked up your sound. What was it?
It's probably this fucking HP. It sucks ass. Piece of shit. Trying to do good on this show, Tim. I'm trying to better the quality.
And you're failing miserably. So maybe you should
every
stop
time.
Trying. Yeah, stop trying.
Every time. How? I've said this many times, Timothy.
You tried to make a secondary logo, and that was a swing and a miss.
No, that was just because I wanted to do something with like the three of us. Because then this is the second. This is only when like Pulse leaves or one of us leaves. You switch over to this one, and then go to that.
I see where you're going. I see what you're doing there. But again, it looks like a turd in a spider web.
Favorite No Doubt songs: "Turd in a Spider Web."
Yeah. Ray, did you watch the Browns?
No, I did not. But I was
defense is so fucking good.
I saw they were losing, and I'm like, okay, we're thing. And all of a sudden, I saw on Facebook, oh my God, the refs are doing things, and then all of a sudden, they're winning 19-17.
Yeah, they got a little lucky in some things. I will say that. But the thing is, also in the first half, there was some calls. The other, I mean, that's how sports always are. And plus, we got hosed a couple times. The Steelers game, we got hosed a couple. So it all evens out, kind of, sort of, in the end. So that's why I don't complain about it too much when it goes. I mean, when it goes the other way. But you know what?
Got exactly what you needed in that Steelers game. That's exactly what you needed.
That call that they did call on. I'm gonna keep changing these because I feel like I'm having a stroke.
Good.
That call that they called on San Francisco on that fourth down, the big play. They called. It was basically helmet to helmet contact on a defensive receiver, and you look back at the replay, you slow it down frame by frame. You saw it was a shoulder. He didn't hit him in the head. However, on live, it looked like he smoked him in the head, and I'm sure whatever angle that ref was in, it absolutely looked like he smoked him in the head. So I don't blame him for fucking it up. I mean, like, because you're looking at it with your eyes. And apparently they don't look at that. So that's just something they fuck with replay with. So they're doing their best. And like I said, when I saw it live, it looked like he smoked them head to head. So I don't blame them. I mean, it sucks, but
yeah,
I mean, there's people, it happens.
Yeah, referees, you can't really be mad at referees.
I never am. Not often unless they're being real assholes, which happens, but usually not that much.
If they're like blatantly missing like a tripping call that was an obvious tripping call in hockey, I will like fucking be like, dude.
Probably just didn't see it. It happens.
It's even worse. Like, you're supposed to be like this the entire time, looking over your shoulder like you got a fucking debt collector coming after you.
It happens.
No, wait. This is a fake profile.
Well, somebody made it.
Why would anybody make this? Why? Who would make this fucking awful goddamn thing? This is an affront to God.
It's the fan, the one fan. You don't have to number it or anything like that because there's only one probably somewhere. Like the amount of brain cells Ray has left. Just the loan.
I'm in the negs now, dude. I'm in that negative range, I think. The amount of pot I smoke.
You owe some?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm kind of getting there, too.
Oh, man. I actually said this at work the other day. I'm like, I really think I'm getting wet brain. Like, there's something going on in my head where, like, it's just not clearing anything.
Thank you, my one fan. Yes, you are correct. Ray is just hating.
I'm not, because I have a lot of fans.
Do you?
Okay.
Do you now?
Mm-hmm. I do.
Mm-hmm.
I have
do they show up to your shows with tiki torches?
No, they live in Canada, Tim. All my fans live in Canada.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
We talk on Skype.
We met at summer camp. They live in Canada.
Did I ever tell you about the time I had a friend of mine who I'm like slowly getting back into talking to because he's got kids, so I'm not, I can't really like hold that. He's like Alan, but like doesn't drink and is super Christy.
Okay. So Alan's parents.
Pretty much.
We're good people, but
yeah, I'm not saying anything bad about the cat, but like we just lost touch, and now I'm hitting him up on Facebook. And he did this to me when we were in high school together, and I kind of stopped talking to him for a little while after this because I'm like, did you really just pull that on me as one of your friends? And he goes, yeah, I have a girlfriend. This is when I first had like my first girlfriend. I'm in love and all this bullshit. He was like, yeah, my girlfriend's in Canada. I'm like, no.
Nice.
It was like I was old enough to be like smart to it, to hear, to know what that was. But when he did it, Pulse, have you ever had that? Have you ever had a friend of yours say they have a girlfriend in Canada?
Probably Mexico, where he lives.
Probably, actually. She got deported last week. What?
I mean, like lie?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, like it's a very obvious lie. Like, okay, sure, you have a girlfriend in Canada, bro. All right.
No, I can't say.
Oh, you're lucky then, man. I've had it. It's not fun. It hurts your body and soul when you realize, like, oh shit, he's trying to give me that line. Like, no.
Actually, one of my friends claimed to have a girlfriend in Cleveland, which is like an hour and a half from here. But we're like, where would you even meet her? Like, how would you even where would you run into this girl? Then she came to homecoming, so then we were like, oh, my bad, man, my bad. She exists.
Yeah, that's a
my
weird
bad.
one.
Like,
hi, Tanya. How are you?
Yeah, boy. But anyway, yeah. Canadian girlfriend is a code for bullshit. When you get a chance, can you come upstairs and let me feed the cats, Tim? What? Stop being creepy.
Is that your mom?
No.
Your mom's the Tim Danko fan?
I understand it now. That is funny.
Titties, Tim. Titties. Fuck. I don't even know where to go from here. I've had some technical issues. I've tried upgrading my shit and had to downgrade.
Do you think this show is ever on a structure? Man, my brain's not working today. It actually, I never know how well my brain's going to work. It's never at a 10. It hasn't been at a 10 in years. But I don't know. I get like a 4 to 7 range. Usually. Every once in a while I'll have a good day. But I don't know what the hell's going on with me, man. I'm falling fucking apart. I don't know, man.
Been there.
You know? I don't know. Drinking helps. You know why drinking helps? Because it makes me get less angry about the fact that I can't remember anything.
Agreed.
My dad's coming this weekend. That should be interesting.
Oh, there's the gun raffle this weekend?
Yeah, Saturday.
Nice.
Oh, man. Pulse, I really wish I could take you to this gun raffle. I really do. I tried to get Thomas to come, but he wouldn't come.
It's a gun raffle, not an auction?
No, it's a raffle. It's like a raffle and a dinner. You can eat, beer. It's $50. You get raffle tickets. You get food. You get beer. Pretty good deal. Yeah, they just raffle off guns.
That's awesome. I want to go next year.
Yeah, I mean, this is the second one this year I went to. There was one in like the spring too we went to. But this is at least the 4th time I've been to it, and I haven't seen a non-white person there. So, and it's like deep in the wood. Like it's like,
I'll be right back.
It's in a place here. The first thing we do before we raffle off any guns is we all stand up and do the Pledge of Allegiance. Do you kind of understand the vibe now of this place? That makes sense.
I mean,
and every time they'll be like, "There's a men's room, there's a women's room. We don't play that fucking non-binary shit here." Like somebody will say that on a microphone. You gotta know what fucking gender you are. I'm like, girl, I'm just sitting there laughing like, this is amazing. This is hilarious.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I would go after her. I don't think I'd.
You be with me, you'd be fine. Actually, they're probably more like the people that because they realize that there's only one black person, they will be on purpose nicer to you than anybody else, like that. Does that ever happen to you?
All the time. We have things
like
that.
you're nicer to you than anybody else because they're trying not to be racist.
You know what's funny, man? Like I'll get a ride from somebody, and they'll automatically tune the station to like rap music because I'm in the car, and it's like they'll be listening to like Brooks and Dunn.
That's such a ridiculous one though. Like why?
You know, and it's like I don't know.
That's like offensive, I think, isn't it? I feel like.
I mean, I'm like, it's your car, bro. You can listen to whatever.
Yeah, anyway,
whatever.
It's funny that they just assume that like. I'm not doing that for you, Paul. Just let you know. If you're ever in a car with me, we're listening to Creed.
I was gonna say. I mean, the thing is, I like all genres. Like, I know it's a cliche.
Who doesn't? Most people do.
That's what I think. Because, like, you know, I feel like most people at least people I went to school with, you listen to. I mean, I like hip hop, but I like all genres. I like new metal. I like metal. I like country. I like everything.
I like a little bit of everything. Yeah, some more than others. But also, I'm more like song to song than I am genre to genre. You know, I'm like, this is a great song in this genre. This is garbage. Like, I will say there's less hip hop songs that I like than other genres, but there's still a lot that I like. I don't know.
Yeah.
So the thing I don't like about a lot of hip hop is how like condensed. It's all like on a laptop now, a lot of it, and it's just like the backing beats and stuff doesn't sound very complex to me, and it's not that doesn't really do it for me. So like old school rap was different, you know, and like Beastie Boys were great. They did that, you know, and other groups have done stuff like that too. And every once in a while, there'll be something that I'm like, this backing track's amazing, right, or whatever, and that happens too. One of my favorite rap songs of all time is "Gangster's Paradise" because that has like the greatest background music in like any rap song. That's such a badass song.
Yeah.
So it's not the rap part I don't like. It's like it's just the production of it part that I don't like. And I have such a hard. I really fucking hate hard auto tune. It drives me insane. Anyone that uses it, Post Malone, anybody, I'm like, this is fucking garbage. I hate it.
You don't like Post Malone?
I just don't like the auto tune. Like I'll hear somebody cover one of his songs, and I'm like, that's a good song. I just don't like his fucking auto tune. I don't. I saw him do a Tiny Desk concert recently, and he had like a full band in there, and like he didn't use auto tune, and I'm like, this is better. I like this more. He's not a fantastic singer, but I rather him sound like a human being, you know, than a robot. I hate that.
Yeah, no, I understand that. Like,
really do not. It makes that sound. I hate that sound. I mean, everybody use pitch correction in music, but not like as an effect. When you use it as an effect like that, like T-Pain style, like just hard auto tune, you don't sound like a human being. And I'm like, what is this? What are you even doing? And the worst is you can do it fucking live now.
No, I mean, I like whenever you remember the Unplugged series on MTV.
That was great.
Yes, I like songs that, you know, because especially if you're a real musician or if you're a real band, you can really play instruments. You know, the songs sound different.
Right.
One of my favorites was the Nirvana set. Like all of the songs sound different when played by a live band. You know.
Right. And even a lot of rock bands don't even play other shit live now. They have backing tracks and shit. When I went and saw Falling in Reverse, it was like that, and I'm like, this is fucking weird. Like, I don't know. I like old pop punk bands. They don't have backing tracks. They just do, you know, they just play their guitars and sing. I like that, man. Yeah, it's not perfect, but it's live. It's not supposed to be perfect, you know. It's when everybody has backing tracks and stuff. It's like I paid to see a live show, and it's maybe half of it is live. You know, and the guy's using auto tune. I'm like, what even is this?
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
Ray?
None of my bands use backing tracks.
I'm gonna say that you don't really see bands that do that either, because you're secretly 58 years old. So,
yeah, I like I'm an analog man. All right, I'm an analog. Man.
Dude, me too. I a little bit maybe, but I really don't like it, man. And like I said, these bands, like falling in reverse. They just that was the
Although-
whole show, and it's
Although, I'm gonna fight you on something right now.
auto-tune.
Which is, yeah, you keep T-Pain's fucking mouth or name out your motherfucking mouth. Do you understand me?
T-Pain can actually sing. Why would he need auto-tune? He can actually sing.
That's true. Have you ever heard him sing a cappella? He can really sing.
Yeah, he can actually sing, and that's why I think auto-tune's stupid, because he doesn't need it. Ray could use auto-tune and sound like that, okay? But he can't sing like T-Pain when he's actually singing. So why isn't he just fucking singing? And he is now. He is like doing some stuff where he's actually singing now, and he can actually sing. So I like T-Pain overall, but I just don't like auto-tune.
I loved auto-tune T-Pain, still do. Because when at the time it was so fresh and so new to use, the fact that he was like one of the first people to actually use auto-tune
now. Man, I fucking hate it. It's annoying.
Well, yeah, I can understand your thing now, but like when you're looking at T-Pain as an artist himself, it to me, you're looking at a guy who's a fucking god because he just took all that shit and made it better. Like
he top hat.
Goddamn right, he's gonna have you bitch in a Wisconsin mansion. That's how it's gonna be.
Ray, will you please be T-Pain for Halloween? Don't fucking blackface. Don't go too far. Right? I'm just saying, just the outfit. The outfit.
Yes, I would love to do a T-Pain cosplay as myself, like dreads, the whole fucking nine. I would do that shit.
Last year, my niece was like, "I either want to be like a Power Ranger or Snoop Dogg." I'm like, "What?" I'm like, "She wants to be Snoop Dogg for Halloween." I'm like,
"We have any costumes, by the way?"
What?
Tuesday falls on Halloween.
My costume doesn't even fit me anymore. I'm getting too fat for it. But yes.
I think this is just gonna be my costume. Whatever this eyes wide shut mask.
You said that eyes wide shut mask you got there? Sex dungeon mask?
Goddamn right. Yeah, I've seen bits and pieces of that movie. I really need to watch that movie again.
I haven't seen it. I just know that I don't.
Y'all have not seen Eyes Wide Shut?
No.
Bits and pieces, like I've seen it every once in a while, like if it's on what do you call it, like a premium channel or something like that, but I never watched it fully. I just know that the orgy scene is there.
Dude, I have like every streaming service now, and there's nothing on TV. Like, how is that possible? I can't find anything to fucking watch. I think I've watched everything. I've watched everything. I watched a documentary on Prime about the Twins Flame universe. Have you heard of these motherfuckers?
No.
Oh my gosh, I don't know how to explain them. Well, Ray, you already know about my fascination with cults, right? We brought this up a lot.
Yes.
This is another one, but this one's different because this one's just on the internet. It's a modern cult. It's all just on the internet. It's all remote.
Okay.
And it's this married couple in Michigan. Like, I don't like. It's mostly women.
Where in Michigan?
I don't know. Northern Michigan, I think.
Okay, that makes a lot more sense.
But they, man, fucking crazy. And people paid them money to them classes on how to get their twin flame. And it's mostly women in this group, like 95%, which doesn't surprise anyone. But like, then, well, first they were telling everybody if these women would come in and be like, "I'm really obsessed with this person. He must be my twin flame," but he's with somebody else, and they're like telling them, "Well, fucking go get him." So basically, you're telling people how to stalk people, and a lot of restraining orders happen, and jail happens, which no fucking shit, right? And then when that started happening, they're like, "We're just going to matchmake people in our group because they're mostly women. We're going to put them together, but we're going to convince one of them to transition."
Ooh.
And they're like pushing people to transition.
And liberals said that wasn't a thing.
Well, for these people it is. And these people are religious. So it doesn't make any sense. I don't know. The whole thing's fucking wacky. These people are nuts, but they make a lot of money off of these people. I feel bad for all the people. There's one woman they talked to who's a former member who's from Akron. And I'm like, I want to find this chick.
You know what I've been binge watching recently? Y'all familiar with the program 90 Days In?
Yeah.
That show is great to me, man. You know,
Yeah,
I
I'm
hope I
proud
never,
of that, man.
and I'm never gonna go to prison. But I mean, it's just fascinating to see the life that people live in there. You know.
Dude, I wouldn't make it. I wouldn't make it more than no, nope. I'm gonna admit it. Nope, will not go well for me.
Yeah, I wouldn't do well in prison. I don't think. I think there would either be two things that happen to me in prison. One, like I just don't do well and I end up holding someone's fucking pocket for the entire time I'm
I
there.
guarantee that probably happened. I guarantee it. It's probably my only
Or I
option, to
become
be
a
honest with you.
kingpin somehow. Like I
It's the
outsmart the
opposite.
dumbest human beings to become like a goddamn crime lord.
No, dude. No, Ray, you're gonna begrudgingly join the white supremacists, but then you're gonna somehow become the leader. Like, man, I can't. How long did it take? Ray was in there a week, and somehow he's now the leader of the
He wants to be called Schillinger now? That's
of the
weird.
88s or whatever they're called.
To me, that's what's fascinating. The fascinating appeal of the show, because the last one I saw, this guy is in his normal day job, he's a cop, and they sent him in there, and it's like if the inmates only knew, you know what I'm saying? Like if they only knew what he did for a living, and
Yeah, it's wild,
Yeah,
bro.
dude, he wouldn't make it. Fuck. Ugh. Yeah, geesh. Well, that's any cops that go in there, they're just in protective custody the whole time, right? So,
but it's just
Yeah.
interesting to see that these guys, like some of them, what is a flex in there is to stockpile commissary, to have a bunch of
ramen.
it's like, yeah, and it's like in regular society, that's just like food. That's just normal food. But in there, it's like currency. And a guy will have like a whole bunch of cookies and shit, and he's like the kingpin because he has some little Debbies and shit. You know,
Our prison system is fucked, dude. There's so many people in it. I don't understand why we can't house arrest more people. The nonviolence, obviously, but do the nonviolence need to be in prison? Do they?
No.
Do they really? I don't think so, bro.
I mean, if they're
Like-
drug dealers and they just got caught fucking, doing their shit, that should be a house arrest kind of thing. Although if you give someone fentanyl, that's a different
Not
story.
great, but I'm not saying house arrest for a long time. Like make them be, maybe longer sentences, but in house, I don't know, whatever. I'm just saying.
Well, Wesley Snipes went in there for tax evasion.
Yeah, tax evasion.
You think anybody fucked with him? You think anybody fucked with Blade?
No.
Oh God, no.
And it's funny they put it anyway. I mean, they do, but it's and also there are the white collar prisons that are like summer camps, right?
I was about to say Wesley probably got a lot of more food than a lot of other guys in that fucking block for sure, dude. Like,
So Willie Mays Hayes?
no, what was his
Blade.
name in fucking Demolition Man?
I don't know.
Oh,
I think Blade. I think everyone would do that's fucking Blade. Like that's Blade.
Yeah.
Like that has to be the most recognizable role, right? Blade.
Well, white men can't jump.
Yeah,
I
that
mean,
too. But I feel like everyone would call him Blade. I would.
I think he'd have different names for different races in prison, and I can say that because it's been shown many times that races do segregate in said prison yards.
What?
I know. Isn't that a weird fucking natural thing we do? It's a horrifying thing, but it actually does happen in certain circumstances.
Well, I feel like it's power in numbers, right? So I feel like a lot of guys who are white, they may not even be racist outside of prison, but just for survival.
Right. Now you hear their story a lot. Like there's people trying to cover up lightning bolt tattoos and shit when they get out. And and never being in, you just want to be like, well, dude, if you're not really racist, why would you even do it? But you don't know what goes on in there, man.
The my favorite version of that ever was in the show Oz, when they were about to have like a straight up race riot in Emerald City, and you could just like see all the like factions starting to come together. And the funniest part about that was J.K. Simmons' character, Vern Schillinger, comes up to all the other white people that aren't in the fucking Aryan nation, and he was like, there's something that binds us that we like need to hold together in a certain time when this stuff pops off. And it was, what's that? we're white. Like that was he just immediately was like out with it. You're like, it kind of makes sense. Not gonna lie, like you're not gonna be peaceful afterwards, but shit breaks off. Grab who you can.
Yeah, like even me, like I feel like because I'm not a part of any gang or anything, but I feel like in there I'd probably become Muslim just because.
Oh boy,
you don't want to be a loner in prison,
I think someone I know whose brother's in prison. He's white, and I think he converted in prison.
Interesting.
Yeah. I'm not 100% sure, but I think that's true. Anyway, I've changed the subject because it reminded me of something. There is this this kid who plays high school football for Canton South, and he's broken all these Stark County records and shit. And anyway, but his name is Poochie Snyder.
Poochie Snyder.
Poochie Snyder. Like, what a great name for quarterback.
Oh.
Poochie Snyder.
That's a great name for two things: football and NASCAR. Like Poochie Snyder sounds like a.
Well, that's the thing. Poochie Snyder. Like when I saw his picture, Poochie did not look the way I thought Poochie would look. Talk about a Reggie Cleveland All-Star. Poochie is a Caucasian kid, and I did not expect that at all. Like, is his legal name Poochie? I hope it is.
Yeah, me too. Like, that's some deep white trash right there. If you name your kid Poochie, like, goddamn kid. Like, please tell me what PBR night fucking you had to come up with that one, man. But my favorite one, I'm gonna tell you something, Tim. I'm gonna be deadly honest with you. That video I sent you Sunday, I think it was.
Probably didn't watch it. Which one?
Or Monday. It was Miles. What's his name? Miles Mastrobino.
I don't know. I don't think I saw that one.
Oh my God. So it was, I guess, from the Phillies World Series. It was one Phillies World Series. And it was Johnson. Johnson is out. Hand is up to bat. And Master Patino, or whatever his name was, is on deck. And I'm glad somebody. It's a Pulse. I think I sent you that video, didn't I?
No, we're in Discord.
Hold on, I'll find it because you got to see this video. This is a perfect video, and we also have to talk about Antonio Brown.
What did he do?
He didn't pay child support.
Oh yeah, that's always great when you know they have the money and they don't pay. That's one thing if they don't have the money, but they're just like, no, fuck that bitch.
That's hilarious. Oh, I didn't send it to you. How the fuck? Huh?
That's right. If it makes you feel any better, I probably wouldn't have watched it anyway. I watched half the videos you spent.
It's baseball related.
I didn't start watching that YouTube Van Eriks thing you sent me, but it looked like I edited it, so it was kind of hard to watch.
Oh wait.
But I did watch The Dark Side of the Ring, though. I'm excited to see The Iron Claw, dude. It comes out in December, I believe, which is usually drama movies that come out in late December. That means they're probably thinking they're going to win some awards.
I mean, I hope, because that story. I mean, and Pulse, are you from DFW?
Yes.
Okay, so you remember the Von Erich family, right?
Oh, of course, yeah. Oh, actually,
right?
I had a question for you. Who do you think has a better what's the word?
Legacy.
That's it. Yeah, the Von Erichs or the Hart.
Well, he grew up watching one of them wrestle, and the other one was a little before his time. So that's kind of.
Well, from a historical point of view, though, like a guy who loves the history of pro wrestling, I'm gonna say Stu Hart and the Hart family has more of an influence on wrestling as a whole, because Fritz Von Erich and the Von Erich brothers down in Dallas were gods.
Right.
Like, Jim Cornette had a great saying about the Von Erichs. They had more sex on the way to the ring than any of the other boys had in a month. Like, they were constantly getting their, like, broads would put their fucking hands down their tights as they're walking down to the fucking ring, like, trying to, like, make out with them.
They didn't get arrested?
This was the 80s. That shit was fucking still okay. They were doing that shit to Elvis back in the 50s.
But
I guarantee you,
arrested.
Elvis was molested more than any child walking the planet by the women that were fucking going after Elvis on a regular basis.
But I just want to say, you do understand that more than just the family came out of the heart, the dungeon. Like you can also say Chris Jericho, Benoit, even those guys. So it's
Well,
like
you can't give him like bonus points for Benoit. Those are negative points.
Well, hey, we can remove the man from the fucking.
Can we though?
I can.
Well, I can.
At this point, I absolutely can, because it's just like, man, I just want to enjoy the matches he was in. Yeah, he fucking sucked as a human being, and he's a piece of shit, and I'll never forgive him for what he did to woman, especially. Woman, one of the best professional wrestling managers ever. Former Nancy Sullivan, a.k.a. Kevin Sullivan's ex-wife. The fucking woman was great, and he just snuffed that fucking shit out.
Although it did make me laugh that they got together when there was like a gimmick that they were together and they actually fell for each other.
Yep.
Well, like I said, the guy booked his own divorce. Was that the joke? Yeah.
Pretty much.
But
what I was gonna say about the Hart family is they trained, like you just said, so many guys. So many people came through the dungeon, even from the territory days, who would just go over to Stu's house and he'd be like, "Hey, come here. I want to put something on you." Like he was Fritz. Fritz helped, and WCCW helped innovate the modern presentation of professional wrestling with like a 3-camera shoot, getting really close up to the ring, the interstitials that they would do with like the thing I sent you about, which I haven't put in yet. I haven't turned it into audio yet, but it's going to be a drop for the show, which is I'm just going to let you know I'm not enjoying myself. Like, that was something played on television for like people to watch and hate gorgeous Jimmy Garvin. Stu just trained guys like that. He's got already the upper echelon because he was a trainer. Fritz just kind of helped become this new thing, if you will.
I just think it's pretty funny that Fritz von Erich, this guy made this character Fritz von Erich, and he's a Nazi. And then after he wrestled, he's like, "Hey, that's not a Nazi anymore, but I'm going to keep the name."
Yes.
Not only that, is I'm going to call my sons the same name. But I'm not a Nazi anymore, guys. And everyone's like, "Okay, cool." Like didn't carry over at all. Everyone was
that family lineage is fucking, like, the family history in general is crazy. He went up to wrestle in Buffalo of all places, and one of his firstborn, Jack Atkinson Jr., died in a trailer park that they were living in because of a lightning crash. Like, that's insane.
Don't talk about because he never wrestled. He was a kid, right?
Is it fair to say that family is sort of like the Kennedys? They were all kind of cursed.
They were the wrestling Kennedys for sure.
Yeah. All of them. Or go ahead, Tim.
I was going to say, Paul, did you see that the movie's coming out? The Iron Claw movie coming out in December.
No, what's that about?
Zac Efron presents.
Oh, damn it. I was going to ask him who he thought was going to play him.
Yes.
I didn't say who he was. He could have been David for all we know.
I did. Well, I heard about that. And then for the longest time, I've heard that Jamie Foxx is supposed to play Mike Tyson in a biopic, but I don't know.
I don't know about that. But you have to play old Tyson, right? So I think but yeah, Efron's playing Kevin, and Jeremy Allen White is playing, what's the other one's? Carrie? Kenny? Carrie?
Kevin, Carrie,
David. Carrie. There's a wrestler who's playing Lance. I forget his name. I don't know, you would know who he is. He's a wrestler.
I love how you said, like, fucking I liked everything up until the fucking the fake
That was the weirdest.
fake brother. I'm like, it's a cousin.
Well, okay, still, it's the fake cousin. But even then, I didn't know that because it didn't say it in the Dark Side of the Ring. But I didn't know till I watched something else that Van Erich wasn't their name. But so I was kind of like, well, it's not as weird now. But the thing is, like, and I hate you. I hate you for what you've done to me because I'm about to say a phrase that I've never thought I'd say before. But about to break kayfabe right now. Dr. Jerry Graham, who had him the show, is not actually the son of Jerry Graham Jr. But that's different though. This is different because all those brothers, although their names aren't Van Erich, they actually are brothers. So for you to be like, oh, this guy's one of our relatives too. He's not though. That's different. Like it would have been like if Jerry Graham had actual legitimate biological children who were wrestling and then bringing Jerry in, that'd be weird.
Yeah, I want to hold on. I want to see if a certain person is actually mentioned in this movie, and he should be, because he helped book like one of the biggest angles they've ever had. And oh my God, who is this? Aaron Dean Eisenberg is playing Ric Flair. Good God, Kevin Anton is playing Harley Race. What? Chavo Guerrero's playing the Sheik. Oh my God.
Wow.
I'm trying to see. I don't see Bill Mercer's I don't even know who that is. Michael Harney. I have no idea who that is.
What's actually funny about this is I can absolutely see like a world where the critics think this movie's great, but wrestling fans hate it, or something, or the opposite.
You know what? I have to see this movie now because playing Lance Von Erich is the current reigning.
I told you he was a wrestler.
And yes, he is the current reigning, defending, and 10 years in a row running biggest prick in the history of professional wrestling, Maxwell Jacob Friedman. I love it. Good casting. That's great casting. MJF? Fuck yeah, baby. They don't have Gary Hart here, which is weird. I don't.
Lily James is playing Kevin's wife, which I love Lily James.
Maura Tierney is playing Doris Von Erich, which is weird. Gary Hart's being played by Chad Governale.
Chad Zumock? Nah.
That would be funny. What are you going to do, baby? But, like, Gary Hart, I want to see how, like, they portray Gary Hart, because he was, like, a very jive-talking, like, ugly white dude from Chicago, like, the south side of Chicago. And he would talk like this, baby. And I love Gary Hart. He's one of my favorite managers of all time. He was in Jeepers Creepers 3 and Project Power.
All the good flicks.
All the amazing ones. But, I want to see how they do this. I want to see what they do. I'll laugh now when I see Lance Von Erich as MJF it'll make me giggle because I've seen that guy for $20 in a gymnasium.
Yeah. Usually when they have a drama movie with this kind of cast with a late in the year release, that means they want awards for it usually.
Maxwell Jacob Friedman for Best Supporting Actor. I would laugh my ass off. He just accepts the award and goes, I did this. None of you did this. I did this. It just completely keeps being in who he is. Oh, man. I want to watch this movie because even the thing on Peacock, which is the Texas Tragedy, Tragedy of Von Erichs. Yeah. What a fucking horrible story, dude. And even like the ones that didn't make it, like Mike and Chris. Mike and Chris were like two horrible stories. Hey, Two Joints. Is this the Two Joints? Or
A2 Joints.
A2 Joints. I like it. But no, yeah, man. That anytime I watch anything about them, it just hurts. Like you get to the part where David does what he does, and you're just like, fuck.
Well, it makes you wonder about how fucked up that business was then, obviously, and also, I mean, I hate to say it, but their upbringing. I mean, obviously they had a lot of pressure on them.
Oh yeah.
You know, I mean,
And actually, the one I sent you on YouTube, the Heroes of World Class documentary.
yeah, I started watching some of it. It was interesting, but it's like I said, it looked like I was the editor of it.
Yeah, I know. But the thing about that one is, I love how Kevin, just by his pool in Hawaii, immediately was like, Carrie was Dad's favorite, but I was second. I wanted to be second. Like, okay, it is a good strategy in the long run. Like, it is a very good strategy.
Yeah, that's funny.
Oh man, Pulse, you're like what? You're mid-30s, right?
It's
53.
34, 33.
33. Okay, so yeah, you wouldn't have been around either for the that era, sadly. But you knew a lot of people probably were like went to the Sportatorium on, I think it was like Mondays and Fridays. They would run shows at the Sportatorium.
I've heard Jim Cornette speak about that time, and
Yes.
yeah, he, I feel I know a lot about the territory days, even though I didn't witness them. But like, I gotta say, Vince McMahon, he's kind of responsible for consolidating everything, right? Is that right?
Yeah, he created the Walmart of wrestling. You can get everything you want in that promotion, and it just diluted everything.
Is that a good or a bad thing? Because
Horrible.
I feel like, I mean, would wrestling be what it is today if it was still territories like that, or?
If
It'd be something. Would its height be what it is now? Probably. You wouldn't think so.
I mean, we wouldn't have The Rock, we wouldn't have like movie stars like we have nowadays,
I think we would have. I think you do have those guys that do transcend. Like, I mean, Hulk Hogan. Hulk Hogan went from Rocky 3
right?
to one of the biggest professional wrestling superstars in the history of the business. Steve Austin had The Condemned, which again, great fucking movie. I love that movie to death. But like, what, do you have a problem with The Condemned, Tim?
No. What I'm thinking of. You said Steve Austin. Every time I see Christian McCaffrey break a big run, like when he was playing against the Browns on Sunday, I just think of that line of Steve Austin's from
that meme's
Longest
been
Yard.
going around.
No,
that meme's been going around. Yeah,
that's how a white man runs a football. Like every time. It's like,
that's how a white man runs a football.
Every time I see McCaffrey run, that goes through my head. I'm like, fucking stone cold, man.
Yeah.
I never thought about that until all of a sudden, like, shorts popped up of like black dudes going like, white people are thinking this, and then it goes into fucking.
Honestly, probably every time Miss Christian McCaffrey runs a ball.
That's funny.
That was a great movie, though, wasn't it?
Yeah.
The second longest yard, the remake, yeah. We've said it many times on this show. Like, to me, that's one of the closest remakes ever.
Not only that, like, how old do you think Michael Irvin was in that movie?
39.
No.
I was going to say, like, maybe early 40s, probably like 42, 43.
Because he's like, what, 51 or so now, right?
I'll look it up. We'll figure this out.
Yeah.
Was just, when he, like, they showed him, like, doing drills and such, and I'm like, man, he still got it, man. Like, he hurdled some dude, and I'm like, shit.
Sure that wasn't a stunt man? Actually, they probably didn't have a stunt man that was better than
I think
Irvin.
Nelly had a stunt man. I think.
Well, he was an athlete. He was drafted by professional baseball.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
Nelly was. Yeah,
he lettered in high school. I looked him up. His real name is Cornell Haynes. He was supposedly really, really good.
He's also really, really good live, I will say. Nelly live is fucking amazing.
And also, did you know that Ricky Williams was a good baseball player as well?
I think I heard some about Ricky Williams being a really good baseball player.
The movie came out in 2005. Michael Irvin was born in 66. So I said 39. That's pretty darn close. So I don't know whenever the movie would have been made, but yeah.
37, I think.
Well, yeah, the winning of the movie came out, he was 39, but
yeah. I mean, again, the question was, Paul, the question I have for you, Pulse, is, yeah, he can still go, but do you think he still wanted to go at that point? Wasn't that when he was also doing like analyst work too during Longest Yard?
Probably. He's been doing it ever since.
Yeah.
I was just amazed to see him still in great shape, you know?
Yeah, but he was under 40 when he did it, so that makes sense.
Yeah.
Terry Crews too, man. Terry Crews.
Oh, Terry Crews.
Yeah, Terry Crews played.
Listen, everyone knows the best pure athlete on that set was Joey Diaz. Everyone knows that.
Goddamn
Get a corn, I'll be fine.
Coco.
Somebody give me a Diet Coke. Yeah.
Goddamn right, cocksuckers.
I guess they all played. I guess they all played football because obviously Bill Goldberg played, and
I don't think. Well, Nash was a basketball player.
Yeah, that's right.
Austin played football.
Yeah.
Trying to think.
What's
his name again?
Romanowski, Bill Romanowski.
Yeah, Bill Romanowski. Whenever I think of Romanowski, I also think of what's his name, the other big ski fucking football player.
Oh, what's his name? Bosworth was in that movie too.
Yeah, Brian Bosworth was in that shit.
And that guy who played the quarterback, man, he's been in everything. What's his name? I can't think of his name. He's a great actor, though.
He's in everything.
Yeah, great actor.
Y'all ever seen the movie Go?
No.
I know what you're talking about, but I don't know if I've seen it or not.
Oh man, great movie. Tim Oliphant and Taye Diggs, early 2000s.
Yeah, Taye Diggs was in it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oliphant now.
Yeah, like you should. I highly recommend if you.
No, I believe you. It's just Oliphant's one of those actors where I just kind of like want to. Like, no matter. I'm not saying he's not good in anything because he is, but I just sometimes I'm like, man, that looks like a smackable guy.
Yeah, I can see that. He was in that one movie that's actually a really good Vin Diesel movie. Well, Man Apart.
Riddick? Oh, Man Apart. I've never seen Man Apart.
Oh man, that's a good.
He's in Gone in 60 Seconds. He's in everything. He's in a lot of shit. He was in wasn't he in the Tarantino movie?
What Tarantino movie?
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Oh, I still have not seen that, but the only thing I know from that is the like, I know that part.
There's still one Tarantino movie I haven't seen.
What's that?
Death Proof.
Oh man,
yeah, I have yet to see that myself.
Yeah, and it's just not on anything right now, so I will watch it eventually. That's the one that kind of got past because it was the weird, the Grindhouse thing. It was a weird, but
Kurt Russell being a badass. Like
I haven't seen that one.
I was gonna say out of all of his movies, and he's only gonna make one more, but there's only one that I never saw. It's I think it's called Hateful Eight.
Oh yeah, Hateful Eight's good, man. I mean, it's
a fucking good movie.
I mean, it's slow compared to the other ones, but it's still real good. He's talking about doing it as a play. I'm like, that'd be so cool, man.
I would buy tickets for that.
Out of you guys, what's your least favorite Tarantino movie?
Man, I don't love Kill Bill.
What?
Yeah.
That's my favorite.
Really?
I think it's Uma Thurman the reason I don't like it so much. Yeah,
What'd you say, Paul?
No, I was gonna say Volume 1 and 2 are my favorites. Those are probably I feel like most people would say Pulp Fiction is theirs. That's a good movie, but to me, Kill Bill is like the perfect movie. It has everything. If you like spaghetti westerns, if you like kung fu.
Yeah, I understand that, but the thing is, I don't. So, but I mean, it's a great movie. I like the worst. It's not the worst, but your least favorite Tarantino movie is still a lot better than most movies. So it's still.
I was gonna say my least favorite might be Django.
Really?
Well, for obvious reasons.
No, it's not even that. It's all right. It's not great.
You know what, man? Like Will Smith was signed to do that, and they just never. I forget that they had something. Him and Him and Tarantino had something they just couldn't get on the same page about something. I think it was the love story aspect. Like Will Smith wanted more of it than Tarantino wanted to put in it. So I
Jackie
guess it didn't
Brown
work
was
out.
really good.
Jackie
Reservoir
Brown was
Jackie
good.
Brown's great, dude.
Yeah, Jackie Brown's a great movie. Yeah.
Yeah, no, and only Tarantino could be like, I want Pam Grier to play the lead when she's in her 50s. Like everybody else forgot about Pam Grier. Like that's how only Tarantino can do. Well, only Tarantino does that. I mean, other directors could, but he's the only one that seeks it out.
The only one that I would say is really like the most overrated movie Quentin Tarantino has, and Maz loves this movie, which is From Dusk Till Dawn.
Well,
That was
And I-
Robert Rodriguez, though, wasn't
yeah,
it?
that was Rodriguez directed it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I thought he.
I
Okay.
know Tarantino was in it.
I think he wrote it, or maybe he
Yeah.
co-wrote it.
Well, that's why I'm saying like.
No, he wrote it because it was weird that like he wrote the character that like the pervert for himself.
I would do it.
Ray, you kill it, I'm sure. You
Probably,
already have the
actually.
outfit. You're wearing it.
Mm.
Those glasses for sure. But
Hey,
No,
they
that
were
was good. And
$99 at Lens Crafters.
True
Don't
Romance
hate.
is a badass movie, and that he didn't direct that because he wrote it, and he sold True Romance, and he made Reservoir Dogs with some of the money. Actually, he was thinking of making it by himself with just that money, but then someone bought it and they let him direct it. And
Reservoir Dogs, like that was they took all the names of those guys, Mr. Blue, Mr. Red, Mr. Pink, all that. That's from the original The Taking of Pelham 1, 2, 3. Have you guys ever seen that?
I didn't think I saw the original one. I've seen the remake.
Walter
with Denzel.
Matthau, I
Yeah.
think, was
Yeah,
in the
Walter
first
Matthau,
one. Yeah, yeah.
That movie is a masterpiece to me.
I never saw the original one.
Great.
Shit, maybe I'll have to watch it.
pretty good.
Yeah, I've only saw the Travolta Denzel one.
See,
She
I
was an
never-
ass model from Iceland. Yeah, like what?
Speaking of somebody who fell off, what happened to Travolta? Is he just through acting?
No, he's still in shit. He was in that commercial with the guys from Scrubs.
He was also in the fucking, what was it? The Gotti piece of shit movie that came out.
Yeah.
He played
Whoa.
John Gotti.
What was the one where he played the retarded man? Did y'all see that?
It wasn't I Am Sam was
That
fucking
was
Penn.
Sean Penn.
No, he played this one where he's like slightly sped up and he's like retarded and he's like, and all I know about it is that what's his name directed it? What's the name?
Look it up.
Tim's looking it up right now. I don't know.
What's
But
the-
like,
What's the guy's name? Lead singer of Limp Bizkit?
Fred Durst.
Fred Durst directed that movie. Yes, he directs movies. He
I
also,
feel like I have to see it, whatever it is.
he also directed a movie with Ice Cube where he's coaching football.
Okay.
Yeah, he's a director now, apparently.
Oh my God.
I found it. Holy shit! The Fanatic
The Fanatic.
came out in 2019.
I heard about that movie.
Directed by Fred Durst.
Yeah.
Written by Fred Durst and David Beckerman. Oh my gosh, I have to see this now. Oh, Devin
I
Sawa, who
heard-
we talked about
Devin Sawa,
recently.
yeah, Devin Sawa.
Awesome.
Yep.
Oh, Devin Sawa.
A rabid film fan stalks his favorite action hero and destroys the star's life. Kind of sounds like that. What's the name of that movie with
The Fan.
Wesley? Yeah, The Fan. Wesley Snipes and yeah.
Yeah, Benicio del Toro, that's a good one.
Fuck. Mobland, yeah, that was another one that Travolta's done recently.
He's doing some Disney thing apparently.
Have you ever seen the movie The Island of Dr. Moreau? Are we talking the amazing joint with what's his face? Oh God, fucking Corleone, Don Corleone.
Yeah.
What's his fucking face? Tim, help me out.
The greatest
I don't know
actor of
what
all
you're talking
time,
about.
they say. What's the name? I can't think of his name.
Stella. Why? Fuck. No. Marlon Brando.
Marlon Brando. That's right.
Yeah. Yeah, with Brando, where like he just apparently made people's lives hell on the island of Dr. Moreau, fucking thing where he's like, I just want to have them put like ice on my head. Like, can we just do that? You're like, the fuck are you doing, you psychopath?
Those things used to scare me. Those little half animal, half breed things as a kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
I love
we can all agree. What do you think Travolta's best role is? I feel like I have an answer.
Best role?
Mm-hmm.
The guy from Battlefield Earth. I can't remember his name.
Are you being serious?
No, I can't fucking defend that piece of shit.
I mean, he was, in my opinion, he was great in Pulp Fiction. Also, you know, he played the villain in Punisher. I'm a fan of that movie.
Wasn't good in that though.
Yeah, it wasn't the greatest Travolta thing. I mean,
I was just gonna say real quick, Face Off. Got to be Face Off to me. You didn't like Face Off?
No, the answer is the mom and Hairspray. That's the answer.
No.
Yes.
No. Don't
Yes.
even don't be trying to be funny. Don't do anything like that.
He was great in that.
You are besmirching the name of the OG Divine. You are putting Travolta in front of Divine in the original Hairspray is heresy and punishable by never being allowed to watch John Waters movies again. You have been sentenced.
Oh
Tim Danko.
no!
They're some of the best cinema ever.
Don't say it isn't so.
It's cinema. But no, yeah, fuck, man. He was really good at though in like Look Who's Talking. I liked him in the like comic roles that he would play. Man.
And if I could never watch Pecker again, I don't know what I'd do.
Good movie. Female Trouble, really good movie. What were you gonna say, Pulse?
Well, I was gonna ask, what's your favorite Nick Cage movie?
National
Jiu-Jitsu.
Treasure. I've not watched Jiu-Jitsu. I need to watch that movie.
It didn't work out.
Never saw that one either.
It came out on Netflix in 2020. We like made it a goal to watch the movie, and I just like other things came up. I was washing my hair, like stuff was going on. I couldn't watch Jiu-Jitsu.
I couldn't get through it.
But Nick Cage, I mean, Ghost Rider's always good.
Oh, it's not even
City
close.
of Angels. I like City of Angels with Meg Ryan and him.
8mm. I don't know. It's been a lot of good ones. I really loved the spook of himself.
Kick-Ass.
He did. I really loved the Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent. I thought that was great.
For me, I gotta say either his performance in that movie Lord of War. I don't know if you guys ever seen that.
Lord of
I
War
haven't
is
seen
good.
it, but I saw it pop up on streaming. I have to watch it.
Oh, it's great. That or him in the movie The Rock. That
The Rock.
Yeah. Con Air.
Do you like Elton John? Do you like Elton John's song Rocket Man? Con Air, it's another one. Dude, Con Air. Even Raising Arizona. Dude, Matchstick Men. I love Matchstick Men. That's a great movie.
What was the one where he was the drunkard in Vegas and he sold
Leaving Las Vegas. That's the one he won the Oscar for. But like that guy, man, that guy's been in 8,000 movies. Pig is amazing. Pig's a great movie.
I've not seen that movie, but I really want to watch that.
Pig's
movie.
real
We
good.
talked about. We already mentioned Face Off. Two
Face
joints
Off,
in a
yeah.
pair.
So I guess the answer is I don't know which one's best. Matchstick Men is one of my favorites.
Gone in 60 seconds.
Pig's really good. Yeah, a lot of those are really good. Peggy Sue got married. I remember his best role when he was in it.
What's the one where they
Fast Times Ridgemont High
Fast
when he
Time,
was
yeah.
Nicholas. What was the Coppola?
What's the one where they found a secret map on the
Oh,
back?
National Treasure. Yeah.
Yeah, National Treasure.
National Treasure's a shit, bro.
Yeah.
Was he? No, that was Tom Hanks. Yeah, that was Tom Hanks. I'm thinking Da Vinci Code.
Yeah. No.
Raising Arizona, another fucking great one.
Okay, then
I was
here's
about to say they're not all great because a lot of them, especially the last decade, he's done a lot of garbage. But then he'll do something like Pig, or Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent, or Renfield. He was great in Renfield.
I need to see Renfield. It looks interesting to
It's on
me.
Prime now.
Is it? Okay. What do you say, Paul? Sorry.
Well, so like, who's in your opinion? Who's a better actor?
Sorcerer's
Nick Cage?
Apprentice.
Good
Sorry.
movie.
Disney movie, but pretty solid. What? Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, in your opinion, who's a better actor, Nick Cage or Johnny Depp?
Man, Nick Cage is the shit, dude. Yeah, he's done some clunkers, but I just feel like I could make a movie. I could personally make a movie with Nick Cage. I feel like I feel like if I had Nick Cage, if I wrote something and like I had Nick Cage as my lead, I'm like, dude, we can get this done. Johnny Depp, I don't know if I could do it, but like me and Nick Cage could work together. Like, I can make a movie with Nick Cage.
Okay, well then that's my second question. What's your favorite?
Hold on, I haven't given my answer. I haven't given my answer.
My fault.
And I'm just gonna throw one movie out in defense of Johnny Depp and his amazing acting prowess, and that's Blow. That is a movie where you look at that movie, you try and place like a Nick Cage, or you try and place somebody else.
Different movie, yeah. It would have been a different movie.
It would have sucked. And Johnny Depp was so good, and he looked like Boston George too, like a little bit. Obviously, Boston George, the drugs got to him at some point, but he did kind of look like a reasonable facsimile of Boston George in that. And I don't know, man, like Depp's just had way better movies, like I think, than Nicolas Cage too.
Well,
including the Pirate series.
Cage just had so many movies.
But yeah, I was gonna say, you think like, better or more?
Half of them are pretty good, I think. Well, I mean, also there's been so many that I haven't seen. I'm not gonna see. The last decade or so, he's done a lot of like low budget movies I don't care about watching. But like, there's a million we haven't good ones though. We haven't even.
Okay, yeah, I was just about to say.
Knowing.
I just dawned on me right now. My favorite Nick Cage performance. I don't know if you guys ever seen it. It's a movie called Snake Eyes.
Yeah, Snake Eyes.
That movie to me is perfect to see in theaters. That is the perfect
Family Man. There's we can go on forever.
Okay, so then what's your favorite Depp role ever? For me,
it's hard. I don't know. There's less.
For me, he was in a movie called Nick of Time. To this day, I can watch that movie anytime.
Yeah,
right. And Blow's great, obviously. Benny and June, Crybaby,
jealousy. Or no, 500 Miles came from that fucking movie.
Yeah, Proclaimers.
Crybaby. If I'm gonna mention a John Waters movie, him and Crybaby was fantastic because even John Waters talked about it in his one-man show. He wanted to get away from like the 21 Jump Street teen idol kind of thing, and Crybaby was perfect for him on that level. But I'm to quote The Lonely Island, this is the tale of Captain Jack Sparrow. To me, that's like some of the best performance because you can tell it's Johnny getting drunk. You can tell.
I haven't seen all of them, but just recently I watched the first one again. I try to watch the second one, but it's the first one. The first one's a shit. The rest of them are all right. But it's the first one. Hold on.
Also, honorable mentions for me. I think it's called The Secret Window. I think it's called.
Yeah, Secret Window's a good movie.
And one from my childhood was Edward Scissorhands.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah,
that was like one of his first like major motion pictures.
Gilbert Grape's a great movie.
The 400-pound. What was it? The 400-pound mom.
Yeah.
Oh fuck! I'm trying to think.
This burner in the house when she dies. Just. Ninth Gate. That's one. Oh yeah, we forgot about Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas.
Amazing.
Oh shit, I forgot all that. That was great.
And I love the fact that me and Tim didn't go, but I was actually able to play blackjack, and I'm amazed I didn't get bed bugs just from the fucking chairs. Because that place was a fucking disaster. Circus. And I got to actually go into Circus and like see a lot of the stuff that was from Fear and Loathing that they shot in and shit. Like that was kind of cool.
Is that where they filmed? Because I was thinking about staying there.
Don't do
Didn't we
it.
talk you out of it? We talked
Yeah,
about
we
this
tried
already.
to talk you out of this. Don't stay at Circus
Stay
Circus.
at the Rio. Stay
I-
at the Rio.
I listen. I heard what you guys said, but you can't beat their prices with a stick, man.
All right, well, you're gonna have to video me when you enter the room, so I can check the bed for you to let you know if there's bed bugs. Because I don't trust that place, bro. Like that place is grunge. That place is grunge as
Plus,
fuck.
you're not anywhere near the Strip. Didn't we find you? The Rio wasn't too much more than that. Is that the one we found? That was,
It
like,
is
not
the
bad?
Rio, and it's definitely the best.
I
Compared
don't
to
need- I
Circus
don't necessarily
Circus,
need,
which is
like,
really
5 stars.
trash.
I don't necessarily need a 5-star place. It's just
I'm not asking you to go 5-star. I'm asking you to go at least
3.
2-star. Like 2.
Yeah.
Go
It's
2.
at
Go to
least-
like something nice.
but at least Circus Circus, from what I read, they have like every morning is a free breakfast. So if I'm gonna stay there for 3 nights or 3 days,
Hey man, if you can handle it, man, that's
Yeah,
fine.
if you
do
it's
you.
your
I mean,
money. I'm more looking out for your credit card because they'll have like shit in there to like con people where there's like call for pizza and they just get your fucking credit card number and shit.
is
I've
it
seen
true that
that
they
stuff.
have? Is it true that they have slot machines at the airport?
Mhm.
Yes, a lot of them,
So that's all. That city is that's
What
all
it-
we're about.
dude. That city's a shit. I fucking love that place. Unfortunately,
Tim, I gotta ask you that question.
what? Do they
Since
play
you had
slots in the
never
airport?
been to the Vegas airport before,
Mm-hmm.
were you amazed at the amount of fucking slot machines that were just available?
I honestly thought there'd be more.
Yeah.
I'm not kidding. I actually thought there'd be more. So there's like a bank of them. Then there won't be any for a while. And there's like a little spot where they have some. I figured they'd be like on
They
every
used
wall.
to. They
Yeah.
used to have like smoking boxes where you could go in. Like I remember the first time I went to Vegas in 15. I want to say, yeah, it was 2015 because I had just started doing comedy. They were
Brewster
like,
tell us the Rio is trash too. Well, it probably is, but
Well-
compared to Circus Circus,
yeah, I mean, bro, that's
and they have Kiss Mini Golf, Brewster, which I'm so sad we didn't get to.
yeah. We had a lot of things to do, and not a lot of money to do it. That was our.
Well, that I mean, we could afford to play mini golf. That wasn't a big deal.
I think I'm gonna start. I got to start putting like money away because I want to go to like New York next year or something once I get my license back. So
You're gonna drive there?
yeah, it's like an 8-hour drive.
Yeah,
It's
New
not
York's
that
drive.
bad. I've
When
done
I
it
drive to New
before.
York, I usually drive to where my family lives first. It's like 6 hours. Then I hang out with them, and then it's like 3 to New York from there. So it works
Well,
out.
I was thinking because, like, you guys kind of talked me out of taking the mega bus, and I don't want to fly, so I
Don't
found
take-
a compromise. I found out that Amtrak goes from Houston to Vegas,
Okay.
and
Okay.
How long does that take?
I think like 6 hours.
That's not bad.
No, that's fine.
Yeah,
Wait,
that's not
that-
bad at all.
It's on the ground, so that's all.
22 driving. There's no way it takes only 6.
Well, it depends. Like if it's motoring, like if it's
I
like
don't
an
look this
express
up,
or
man.
something like. Well, not an express, but like
I mean,
it-
Texas to Nevada is not. That,
Brewster's telling you to go to one of the hotels at Fremont. Fremont's okay, but I like the Strip. The Strip was cool.
Fremont's kind of expensive now, from what I've seen.
and I mean, is the bed bug thing? Is it like rampant there, or was it just the time you
It
stayed
could be
there?
any-
or-
no, I've
hotel.
never. Hey, knock on wood. I have never walked into a Vegas hotel with bed bugs in it. Although, Pulse, you'll love this story. My 2015, I go to Vegas for the first time, and we're staying at the Golden Nugget. We have a huge view of the Trump Hotel right in front of us. Like all you see off into the distance is the word Trump. It's hilarious, really. But what had happened was, fuck, where was I going with the story? Oh, we had like an alleyway view kind of like a couple other buildings and stuff like that. And all of a sudden I see like a bunch of electrodes hooked up, like electrical lines hooked up into a hotel and to a generator, and they were doing heat treatments for bed bugs. The day I got to not at the Golden Nugget, it was at one of the other rank ass casinos that's on fucking Fremont Street. But like, to see them doing a bed bug treatment and being a pest guy made me giggle so bad, or so hard, and like was so happy to see like somebody else working while I'm in a state for vacation. It was fantastic. Love it.
Well, I'm sure they have Walmart in Las Vegas, right?
Well, I mean, you can also go to like there's CVS's every single like giant grocery store size CVS's everywhere.
Yeah.
Well, it's just because I know, because I was thinking about maybe possibly renting an RV, because I seen where you can get one for like $150 a night or $150 a day or whatever, and so it's like if you go, I've heard that you can just stay in the parking lot of Walmart and they won't charge you anything.
Well, I was about to say too. Are you going with anybody, or would it just be yourself?
Possibly with somebody, but more than likely by myself.
I was about to say, if you have somebody going there, feed them crank and take a nap, and then be like, "Bro, give me the fucking wheel." Like that's. We got 2 hours to Vegas. That's all I need to drive now.
Well,
like,
Pulse, I just looked up the Amtrak from Houston to Las Vegas. Bro, it takes 2 days.
What?
Yeah, it takes 2 days at the fastest. 2 days.
damn.
Yeah.
What are they stopping somewhere? Like what?
Is it not? Is there a nonstop option you saw?
There wasn't.
That would be funny.
There wasn't. You didn't get out. You stayed on the same train. It probably did make stops, but I don't know anything about. I haven't traveled on a train since I was in high school one time, and that's when we went to Princeton to New York. That's the only time. Well, other than like little ones, like in like the subway or whatever.
I've done I did RTA once, like the rapid to the airport, and that was it from Tower City.
Yeah, I'm talking like anything further than that. Like furthest was like an hour on a train. That was like Princeton, New Jersey to New York.
Wow.
That was. But yeah, that wasn't 2 days, bro. Pulse, just get on the plane, bro. Get on the plane.
Take a gummy. Take a gummy. You'll be fine by the time. If you take it 45 minutes before the flight, or an hour.
What's the problem? Is it like you're afraid something's going to happen? Because you know how many flights happen every single day?
No, I get that. It's just if I never get on another plane again, that's perfect for me. I don't.
Well, you want to go to listen. Also, if you take work off to go, like you can get 2 extra days out of this. Like you're going to spend 2 days getting there, 2 days getting back. That sounds awful.
Well, I don't know what you just looked up, but I'm looking at one right here. It says 12 hours, so that's a half a day.
Are you sure? Does it say +2 next to it?
9 ways travel by train, 12 hours, Houston, Las Vegas.
All right.
Yeah, and plus it's just $171 for a round trip, so there and back.
Get on the plane.
Get on the plane.
Get on the plane, bro. Just get on the plane.
Did you like the last time you were on a train? Was it comfortable for you?
I don't remember it at all. It was only like an hour, so so I don't know. This will be completely different. I have no idea. Also, you want to, dude? Amtrak's have derail all the time. Like compared to planes, like trains are so much more dangerous, dude.
Well, those weren't commuter trains. Those were like trains carrying things, right?
No, commuter trains all the time. Look up Amtrak accidents. I'm sure there's multiple ones every year.
But I'm sure there's more plane crashes than.
No, there's not. No way.
Yeah, plane crashes.
Plane crash. You hear about it on the news.
Well, that's the news.
Are fatal. But no, there's much more Amtrak issues than there are plane issues.
Pulse, me and Tim both. Like, I don't like flying that much. Either. I mean, I had an experience going into Newark Airport that, like, I had people looking at me because I was just like, oh my God, from the wind and turbulence landing in Newark Airport. And I still got my fat ass next to Tim on a fucking Spirit airline to fucking Vegas because I'm like, fuck it. It's an easier traveling thing. I'll just, like I said, get really fucking stoned before I go. Pop a gummy as I'm hitting the fucking.
Plus,
what do
Houston to Vegas in the air is what, 3 hours? It's like,
Probably.
by the time you get up, you're going down, man. That's nothing.
Yeah, I mean, once that gummy hits you, and make sure it's a strong one. Strong. Like, you pass out,
Well, that's
and you have people waking you up going, are you okay? I want you to
no.
have one
I
of
would
those.
definitely have to be sedated, but that's the problem. I don't have. All we have is flour in
Dude,
Texas. We can't.
You
get
have the
that.
best Bloody Mary of your life on a plane.
That too, drink. You drink to Vegas. That's what you do.
You like Bloody Marys? They're the best on planes because tomato juice tastes amazing in the air.
What I've always heard. What is that? Just tomato juice and vodka.
Yeah.
No, it's like a mix. There's other stuff in it.
Also, what's a Mai Tai? I've heard people talk about those all the time. What is that?
I honestly don't know.
Mm-hmm.
And what's in a Long Island iced tea?
Everything.
A lot of things. Yeah.
Is actual iced tea in it?
No, everything but iced tea.
Oh.
Yeah.
Mai Tai cocktail. Let's see what it is.
There used to be a restaurant in the mall here, and one time me and like 7 other dudes just like went to the bar at the restaurant in the mall. It was a Damon's. Remember Damon's? It was a Damon's. Anyway, they had like half off of like these tall Long Island, like $4 tall Long Islands for like 2 hours in a weekday, the happy hour or whatever. So 8 of us went and just like went hard on these Long Islands. And everybody except for me and one other guy went out to smoke, and the bartender just gave us a new round. We drank everyone's Long Islands to fuck with them. We just like, and they come back like, "What the hell happened, man?" We're like, no. We bought them new ones, but we thought it was funny.
Yeah. By the way, it's rum, Curacao liquor.
Which is this? Mai Tai?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Orgeat syrup and lime juice.
Okay.
That sounds not bad.
No, it sounds actually pretty tasty.
Yeah, I like rum.
Okay.
I'm probably going to have to chug some rum out of a jug on the 30th. Oh, that's going to be fun.
Wait, why?
Skinny Lister, they used to pass around a jug of rum to the fans, and everybody would.
Well, listen. There was a time in my life I do that. It's not now. Okay, it's not in the time of COVIDs and whatnot. And people.
Fuck COVID. I'm fine. Natural immunity and all that jazz.
All right, Pat.
You know, if you just. Which again, I think we should talk about that. We didn't watch the fight. I didn't watch the fight, at least.
I didn't either. I just saw the synopsis, and apparently he was beating his ass for a while and then ran out of juice, I guess.
That's what I heard. He was whooping his ass and got tired.
Well, he is 55 years old. It happens.
You know what, though?
He didn't finish him before then.
The thing is, yes, he may have lost by TKO, but he can take solace in the fact that he got to beat the fuck out of Mike Jackson before he ran out of gas.
That's all he really wanted to do, I think.
Yeah, he wanted to teach Mike Jackson a lesson. Unfortunately, it didn't happen. But, like, Pat losing does suck. We do love Pat on this show. He's one of our multiple-time guests that we've had on this show. And, does he go off on stuff? But I'd rather have him go off on stuff on this show than, any other, because we love
Yeah,
losing.
and I had questions, but the thing is, I knew I didn't have the ammunition to go back and forth with him on it.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't. The one thing I almost said, I'm like, was this about? But they're doctors, though. Was what I was gonna say, and I needed to say something to get around that, and just, it was just fine. It's fine. But like I said, like one of the Moss said, I should have a debate with vaccines with them. Like the only thing I said is that I've taken them and they've helped me. They were good for me, so I don't know. That's all I can say. So
yeah, I mean, I don't know. I felt like garbage after mine, so. It was not fun.
That was good, man. So, and I didn't get COVID until I skipped the booster. Then I got COVID. So,
I got mine while a couple months after getting the
You
shot.
also got the Johnson and Johnson, which was like
I
60%
know. I
effective. or whatever.
basically got myocarditis in my fucking in a syringe. But what are you gonna do?
Yeah, actually, I might look up for another. There's a new Moderna booster. I don't have my card anymore though. I've lost it.
I have mine.
It's just a flimsy piece of paper. Do you think people weren't going to lose that?
I had copies made and laminated. I know you're not supposed to do that shit, but I did just because I'm like,
Well, the health department gave me all my vaccines, so they should have it on record somewhere.
yeah.
So, in theory.
But
Anyway.
I
do. It is a bummer. It was a bummer when because I really wanted to call this episode "The Winsurrection."
Me too. When you gave me that one, I was like, "Fuck, that would have been a good one." But Pulse, did you watch what I think you watched and not UFC Vegas 81?
Pornography.
Did you watch the circus carnival bullshit that was Misfit Boxing?
Yeah, I gotta say that actually the undercard was way better than the main event and the co-main event.
Were there real boxers on it? Is that why?
No, and that's the thing. I don't follow these guys like Salt Poppy and shit. I'm familiar with their names, but I don't really know them. They're called influencers, but they don't influence me.
I don't. Yeah, I guess the same. I don't know whether any of these people are just the Paul brothers now. That's it. But
yeah. And that's the thing. Like out of the whole event, Tommy Fury is the only legit boxer on the whole thing. So
and he barely beat KSI, right?
Yeah, I mean, here's my thing on that fight. I watched the whole thing. Not gonna give the source of how I've watched the whole thing, but I watched the whole damn fight. And KSI
remote viewing,
yes. Like KSI to me, he lost that fight just by hugging Tommy Fury. Like he went for a straight up Vladimir Klitschko type of thing where it's rush in, punch, and then clinch and hits, be dirty and all that stuff. And it didn't look good because Tommy started getting combinations off on him in some of those rounds where you're like, oh shit, he looks more active. Everything is going more Tommy's way. He's bullying KSI more. All KSI did was clinch.
No, that's all he did. You're absolutely right. That's all he did was initiate the clinch. He hit him solid in the first round, and then after that, he would just initiate the clinch every time. I really don't see what controversy there is or how anybody would score that fight for KSI. And to me,
saying that, I did it for a second. Think Tommy lost. I really did. And then when it fucking got announced, I'm like, oh my God, he fucking won. Like, oh, thank Christ. Like, oh. Because I wanted him to win. That was who I picked in the whole thing. I wanted Tommy vehemently. Like, I'm a Fury fanatic. I can't wait for a couple weeks. That's going to be a lot of fun.
There would have been a riot. And you realize he is from Manchester, like where the fight.
Yeah. No, yeah, I know.
Oh, it was in England? I didn't know where it was.
Yeah, it was Manchester, England. It started at like fucking 11 a.m. or something like that and like finished at like 3.
And I got to say this. One thing that really triggered me, man, I just got to be honest with you. Whenever the co-main was about to start and then they had some singer out there for the national anthem, everybody started to boo. And I'm like, that's bullshit. Like, because whenever Fury or a fighter from the UK comes to Vegas and they sing God Save the Queen, we don't boo.
Anyway, that's right. Somebody booed our national anthem?
Yes, they all did in their arena. And I'm like, I felt bad.
Bush League.
Yeah, and it's like even when Canelo fought Charlo.
Yeah, we don't do that shit.
The Mexican national anthem.
We don't do that shit.
I couldn't understand a word that woman was saying, but I'm sure whatever it was bigging up Mexico. But it's like I can't believe that they did that. I felt bad for her. I don't know who this woman was that was singing.
Anyway, that really sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's disgusting. Yeah, anytime and Tim, I'm gonna clap you. Yes, you do have many liberal views, but I do like the fact that you have that view on when people boo our national anthem.
Why wouldn't I?
Hey, some people don't.
I
Some
was
people don't.
thinking the other day, I was trying to figure out how to make this argument that I would be completely fine if we just stopped playing that at sporting events. I'm not sure it's real necessary, to be honest with you.
I wrote a joke where I wanted Dan Bilzerian, the T-Pain, and Lil Yachty song to be the national anthem of the United States. I think that would be a great national anthem.
I think it should be Butterfly by Crazy Town. Anyway.
But
no, that's rude because like what Paul said, we don't fucking do that shit.
Right. We're respectful of we're respectful to other people's country.
Yeah.
It's a bunch of bleeding heart bullshit liberal people who, would boo a fucking, they would boo anything American if it fucking came in their face.
When we went to the UFC Columbus, it's just when the conflict in Ukraine was starting and everybody booed the shit out of the Russians.
Yeah.
But you also can cheer and boo fighters anyway.
Weili Zhang, when she came to Florida, she was getting booed.
But not a national anthem. Well, they don't play it. They don't even play it.
But she was getting booed because she was from China.
Sure.
So it was.
She did not take it well.
No, she did not. She lost.
Well, I mean, she was complaining about it. She didn't understand why. Well, I'm like, it's not. Well, listen, it's not you.
The people.
It's not you, right? They're not booing you.
Yeah.
Necessarily.
This is the only thing I'll say.
It's not you as a person.
I had an argument recently about what's going on right now in the news a lot.
You're not gonna
with
do that.
someone. And I had to explain that it's not the people that I blame, it's the government of the people that I blame. Like, that's why I would boo China, because I don't like China's communist policies that, that completely micromanage their entire society.
Right, people are not their governments.
And Hamas, who controls where they're at, is the people that I look at going, why the fuck aren't you helping your own people instead of trying to bomb another place?
People
like
aren't their
that.
government.
I don't hate the Palestinian people. I hate the people that run the Palestinian people. Like, that's the upper echelon government sucks. They're pieces of shit.
Right.
The actual Palestinian people are wonderful people. I've met many Palestinians who are hilariously funny.
People are not their governments. So
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's
very important. And that I heard someone say that on the news. Just like I don't know if that was. I feel like that wasn't on the prompter, but she said it anyway. It's like people need to remember that these are people, and people are not their governments.
No, yeah.
And that was a news channel that was saying that, and I'm like, I bet that wasn't on the prompter.
That is a very cogent point in any conflict like what's going on right now. Like, you have to realize it's governments that are fighting with each other, not the people.
Right.
Like, that's where this shit has to go, really.
Yes, anyone who's mean to American tourists, same thing.
Yeah. But, booing the national anthem at any sporting event,
that's rough, dude. That's rough.
My problem is, what are they going to do? And we need to talk about the 2028 Olympics, by the way.
Dude, if fucking flag football got in.
I have problems with what's going into the games.
Squash.
Yes.
And lax. Squash, lax.
Lacrosse. Say it right.
Lax. Flag football, baseball, softball. Thank goodness baseball, softball got back.
Well, baseball, I would hope. Baseball and softball both.
Yes, they're not going to be in France, but they're going to be in LA, luckily. But flag football, squash, and lacrosse were the crazy ones. I mean,
kickboxing and Muay Thai were nowhere near. Didn't even. They were on the ballot and they never got in.
Yeah, flag football, honestly, is the ones not. I think of all the sports, that's the one I'm like, that's nonsense. That should not be in there. Flag football is that's not even a real sport, man. That's nothing. Flag football
Had them fuckers up. Let's go.
The fact that flag football people are going to be Olympians is fucking weird to me.
Let's be Olympians, Tim. Let's try out for the team. We could do it.
We're going to start our own flag football team to try to be Olympic athletes in 2020.
No,
how old are we going to be in 2020? Let's not talk about that.
No. Here's the thing.
40s.
We just try out for the actual national team, And and I guarantee you we could be great linemen against some douchebags from Germany.
No,
we could run their fucking shit over.
The next Jared Lorenzen right here, right-handed Jared Lorenzen, quarterback, baby.
I was thinking you were more Christian
Nope.
McCaffrey.
No, I'm quarterback.
That's how a white man runs a football.
Every time he has a big run, I think of that. I'm like, damn, it needs to get out of my head.
Do you have to pee or
I need more drink. So,
all right, go get more drink. Me and Pulse will talk about
very
a
quietly.
couple more. I do want to talk about that card. Not the boxing card, Tim, not the MMA card.
What you think of the co-main?
What?
I was going to ask, what did you think about the co-main?
You want to talk, dude, and this is coming from a guy who has been watching boxing since he was 10 years old. I love boxing. Boxing is one of my favorite sports in the whole wide world to watch on live television and even in person. Love that shit. That was one of the biggest jokes I've ever fucking seen in my life. Dillon Danis should never show his face in any combat sport ever again. Don't fucking show up the way... I have it in the thumbnail. He went to his fucking back and like tried to and like what, or was that the knockdown I'm thinking of, and he just stayed there.
Well, see, like I've heard this criticism. People like he purposely started a riot, but my thing is Logan Paul punched him while he was on the ground. You know,
he went for a guillotine pulse.
I understand that, and he should have been reprimanded by the referee for that. But it's like, because like Nate Diaz did the same thing against Jake Paul, and it's like I get that was kind of bush league, but
and he swung at him after I think it was what the fourth or fifth. He swung at Logan Paul after the buzzer and shit.
Yeah, but my thing is I don't like Logan Paul talking. You know, he was talking shit after the fight, like, yeah, I told you, but it's like you didn't really. You
won by DQ.
That was like the Ben Askren thing. You beat up a jiu-jitsu guy.
But he won by DQ. He didn't win outright. He didn't put away Dillon Danis.
Right, exactly. So that's my thing. Like, don't talk big shit like you did something. You won on a disqualification, and after the fight, he was like, "Yeah, good triumphs over evil." I'm like, who are you trying to fool? Nobody thinks you're a good person, man. You don't. You like you.
I do like him as a wrestler.
Made money.
I do like him as a wrestler. I'm not gonna lie. I do like him as a pro wrestler.
I haven't seen much of him, but I'll just say this: I so wish it was Mike Perry, because Mike Perry would have went in there and dealt with him. He wouldn't have made. I think he would have knocked him out.
He would have knocked the mullet off of Dillon Danis. Like that would have been a
next WWE pay per view.
Huh?
What's the next WWE pay per view coming up?
I know November is Survivor Series in Chicago.
Okay.
And Dave Meltzer has already been like, "Oh, they said no to CM Punk."
Dave,
shut your fucking mouth, you piece of shit.
That would break the internet if Punk showed up in Chicago.
Oh my God, it would be the greatest fucking thing ever. Don't get me wrong, but you do it where he comes out of the crowd. You don't play Cult of Personality. You just have him come out of the crowd and like shock everybody in the fucking world. Like just don't and have him attack people. That's all I want. But I think Fastlane was what? A couple Sundays ago?
Okay.
Last Sunday? Something like that. So I think we're done until what do you call it? Survivor Series.
Okay, well I was thinking they already had SummerSlam, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Well, my only thing was if he had fought Platinum Mike Perry, I think he would have beat his ass so bad he wouldn't have made the Survivor Series paper. I don't even know if he's on the bill.
Well, my thing was I was hoping more for Danis to fight Mike Perry. Just so I could watch Dillon Danis crumple up in the fucking corner while Mike Perry's teeing off on him and the ref's trying to stop it. Key word is trying to stop it because Mike Perry wouldn't have stopped. Like, he would have beat the piss out of fucking Dillon Danis.
And that's all I really want. Before the celebrity boxing wave is over, I just want both the Paul brothers to get their asses beat, man. Like Tommy Fury won that fight, but he didn't beat his ass. I want them to, and that's the thing. Jake Paul just announced his next fight is December 15th. Opponent to be determined, TBD.
Which I'm wondering who that'll be.
I have a feeling. I just got a feeling it's gonna be Jorge Masvidal. I don't know why. I just have a feeling it's gonna be Masvidal. And if that's the case, Masvidal has good boxing. He has, back in his street fight, his backyard days.
Well, Masvidal would piece him up. I really think he's a great boxer. What'd you say?
He's done fighting. He's old. He has nothing left.
Yeah, he's more of a promoter now. I like his bare knuckle MMA so
much. He has enough to beat Jake Paul at this point.
I don't think he does. I think Jake Paul beats him because I'm done picking against Jake Paul with MMA fighters. Now he fights a boxer, maybe.
I'm gonna go take a leak real quick.
I can't see that. I just cannot.
He's gonna fight. Listen, I don't blame the guys for doing what they're doing because they're making money, but I have a feeling it's either MMA guys is dumb to me. I don't know.
No, it's definitely going to be an MMA guy, I think. But I have a feeling it's either Masvidal or Uriah Hall, and I would hope neither one of them get knocked out by Jake Paul. I would
Jake Paul's half decent boxer. That's why I want to see him fight actual boxers because I would like to see how good he is. But that's not where the money is for him. I understand that, but I'd have a lot of respect for him if he fought a middle of the road boxer, even like a semi-contender, and got his ass kicked. I still have a lot of respect for him for just doing it.
Well,
and I think he saw a lot of people no matter who he fought.
Hey, Mike Tyson, he's.
So do you like the circus bullshit? You like that? You like the fucking nonsense, wacky fights?
Boxing
do, apparently.
He's bringing attention to the sport. He's only fighting guys who are washed. He's only fighting guys. He's not because no current contemporary boxer is going to get in the ring with him because it's a lose-lose situation. If you beat him,
no, it's not.
Yeah, it is because it's like if you beat him, it's no big whoop. You're supposed to beat him. If you lose to him, you can't even go back to boxing.
Oh, you make so much fucking money. That's not a lose-lose. How much fucking money you make?
Boxers.
You can get back from a loss, dude. One loss is gonna make or break your life.
Not to a guy who was on Disney. Not to that.
No, dude.
That's the thing. If Tommy Fury had lost his fight to KSI,
he can obviously punch. Obvious. It's pretty obvious that Jake Paul can punch. He's not nothing. He's half decent. He has a little bit of skill, right? Then he's not gonna ruin someone's career to lose to him. And plus, dude, especially a middle of the road ish guy in boxing isn't gonna make anywhere close to the amount of money he would make fighting Jake Paul. They all want that fight, dude. They all want that fight. They would love that fight. All of them.
He has no chance against a real boxer, though.
That's another reason why they would love it. Because I think he'd beat his ass and they'll make more money than they've ever made.
I would love to see him fight Canelo, though. Not gonna lie, because
Canelo
would end. It would be a Dooku Kim situation, I think.
Let's see someone who's like number 44 in the world in his weight class.
Tommy Fury.
It would have to be a middleweight, and it would probably be somebody who's retired. So I'm thinking like Gennady Golovkin or something like that.
Triple G would fuck his world up.
Triple G would kill him. That's
he's pretty good at steroids, isn't he? So I saw the UFC did sign a deal with the same people that do the MLB and the NFL and all that shit.
Yeah.
So hopefully it won't be a complete wash. It'll be something. Again, I won't believe it's real until like a top 10 guy gets popped.
Tim, did you see who they hired though to be like UFC's guy on steroids and everything? Apparently, this motherfucker was on the team that interrogated Saddam Hussein.
I like it.
That's a fucking guy that knows all the tricks. Like that guy will be no pushover like Jeff Nowitzki. This guy will hold fucking a car battery to their nipples to fucking make sure that they don't do roids.
What is Jake Paul? That'd be great. What is Jake Paul's weight class in boxing?
Middleweight.
Are you sure?
180.
That's the boxing middleweight, though, isn't it? It's like cruiserweight, isn't it?
Yeah, something like that. But my thing is, and that's the other thing I wanted to bring up.
No, probably light heavyweight, right?
That's the other thing I wanted to bring up real quick. The fucking announcers for this Misfit Boxing, Jonathan Coachman and Ariel Helwani, both of them should go play in traffic, man. Fuck both of them. And
Helwani was doing play-by-play?
Well, what about Todd Gresham?
Or color commentary?
Yeah, Gresham, I remember him from WWE. He's not great either, but Coachman.
I like Gresham because he has that like, hey everybody. I like a good solid. Like Anik has that. Goldberg had it. Gresham has a fighting voice, for like play-by-play for fighting. But Coach, I got sick of Coach in like 2005 when he was starting to like do his own shit on Raw. And you're like, come on, man. What are we fucking doing here?
I'm looking at the top 100 lightweights. I'm saying,
and Ariel sucks, by the way.
Any of these guys, any of this list, just
Ariel's always sucked. I don't like Ariel Helwani. He ruined one
I've
of the biggest
defended
reveals
him enough
ever.
on this show.
I hate Ariel Helwani. Out of anybody in MMA media, he's the worst, the absolute worst.
You guys, I've already made the argument against it. I don't feel like doing it again.
Well, Bro Plata is now just Pulse and Ray. He's been outvoted, and he will not be back, everybody.
It pisses me off when you do that sometimes.
Also,
not enough for me to get real mad about it, but what? Not yet, at least. One of these days you'll do it. One of these days you're gonna do it and make me mad. Like you'll do it at a time where I have a point about something, and you'll do it right.
No, I would definitely play it up. There would be a moment where you're like, okay, he's gonna put me in thing, and then you can come back and finish your point. I'll always play that up.
Opponent to be determined for Jake Paul, December 15th. Here's an idea. How about Vitor Belfort?
No,
I don't think so. I don't think Vitor's too old and he's not on TRT unless fucking if he's on TRT, I want that shit all day.
What's James Toney doing?
Yeah. Can he get down to cruiserweight is the question?
James Toney's probably eating donuts right now.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
I'll fight James Toney.
And also, I don't think they tripped about Vitor being on TRT because obviously Jake Paul is on steroids, so I don't see why that would
Why do you think? I mean, he is a young man. You
you could just listen.
He's a young guy though.
You can tell by looking at his you can just tell by looking at his face. He's aged a decade since.
That's just drugs.
It's possible. I don't know.
And Logan too.
If I had his money and living his lifestyle, I think Ray and I both would probably be dead by now. I feel like we're bad enough on our bodies as poor people. Could you imagine if we were rich?
A couple $1 million mansion in Colorado in the mountains. I would be.
Somebody won my Powerball jackpot.
Recently?
Yeah, somebody won the $1.5 million Powerball.
Billion.
Yeah, I heard
billion. Yes, sorry, billion. California, and it's been like I think it's like the 5th or 6th time in a row someone from California won it. So people are getting pissed.
Mafia.
Some guys at my brother's work won $50,000 on Powerball.
Ooh.
Yes, it was a different shift though. My brother wasn't in on it. I forget like $3 or $4 each, but like somebody has to claim it. I think. But I was also thinking, I think the lottery is well aware people do that. I think they'll cut it up for them.
Yeah.
I think they will. I don't know if that's true, but I think they will.
You know what? I just dawned on me just now. A great opponent, perfect opponent for Jake Paul. Smiling Sam Alvey.
I'd watch that.
I would watch that fight.
I think he beat the fuck out of Sam Alvey, unfortunately.
No.
Alvey's been trying to get it, though. He's been trying to do it. Oh, we still need to say him on, by the way.
Yes.
There are people on that I don't know anything about. It's fine. It's okay. I'll figure it out.
Who?
I know who Tim Stafford is, but I don't know anything about him. And
Well, that's sort of to introduce Tim, one, to you, and then also to, Bro Plata in general. Like, because we've had Comer on, who's the main
that's
MMA
fine, man.
and
I don't care.
everything like that.
And the dojo people, I don't know who that is. I'll watch this.
How do you not know who? Chat, the people that are watching this right now, one's in the chat if you know who fucking McDojo Life is on Instagram or Facebook. Pulse, you know of McDojo Life, yeah?
No.
What?
Yeah, see. Did they say yes?
They contacted us directly through Instagram. So I'm going to hit them up tomorrow to set up, because I want to thank you, Two Joints. Two Joints knows of McDojo Life.
Okay. Yeah,
some of the best videos I've ever seen in my life of street fighting. No,
I don't.
Two Joints.
I'll get familiar before we have them on. I'll get familiar. Did you say like the new MMA Holes website is basically going to be like a social media site? Kind of. It's going to be like basically going to
from what there is. There's going to be content creation stuff that they're going to do. We'll be able to like
invasive. Huh? It's like a really invasive site.
Invasive. It's innovative. Apparently, like they're
invasive. There's a lot of stuff going on.
Yes. Yeah. Innovative. Yeah. It's not invasive. It's innovative because there'll be stuff going on.
Okay.
And there'll be ways to get content out to the community, all that kind of stuff. Maz has been talking about it for a little while now. Gummy Gang. Pulse, were you part of Gummy Gang on Monday?
No, I missed it.
Yeah, I was in the chat with a bunch of people, and Maz was telling everybody about the website that he's working on with his cousin. And they're still working out a lot of stuff. But from what he's describing, it'll be fucking amazing, and it's going to change a lot of shit for not only the community and how to get MMA Hole stuff, but for other people to kind of like create their own thing within the website is what I'm kind of gathering. And to be able to post stuff, to be able to do that kind of stuff is kind of cool.
I saw he dropped some new merch ideas, and those t-shirts kind of fire, man.
I've not seen those, but I'll probably buy one because I got to get some MMA Holes merch to just suck ass on the website, or suck ass while we're doing a live stream as well. No, I'm kidding. I love Maz. And by the way, Tim, did I tell you about that? I want you to call.
I knew what I meant when I said invasive, by the way.
Oh, okay. I can't wait to see what this whole concept's going to be from them. That's going to be wild to see.
No, it should be fun, man. And he said that we could use it, so that's great.
Well, I don't know if you guys heard, Julio Jones signs a 1-year deal with the Philadelphia Eagles.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah. How old is he?
75.
That's old. Yes, new website. Yeah, and what did he say that we can be part of this? We're going to be.
Yeah, there's going to be. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of. We're going to be not involved directly, but we'll be. I don't know exactly what we're going to be able to do with this, but from how he's describing it, it sounds awesome. So,
cool. Well, we'll be able to utilize it. Basically, what he. That's very
kind of like we did with the old website. I mean.
Yeah, but the only thing that we had a link.
Yeah,
and that was neat though, because it showed when we were live and shit.
Yeah, I think they're gonna kind of do something where people know we're live because they're going to the website, or that kind of thing, which is how we gained everybody that we've had so far.
Yeah, very
when
cool.
It comes to people that we tell our dick
Especially
jokes.
If they can like start doing their forums on their own website instead of like Discord, because I think everyone will go over wherever they're going to be. So
yeah,
all their people who are on Discord will move over to their website.
Mm-hmm.
And if they can and if they know just from being on those chat rooms or whatever they are, it ends up being that we are live when we're live. That'd be nice.
Mm-hmm. So, but yeah, Moss has been describing something, and I love it. Like I was in Gummy Gang while he was doing the Monday Night Football game.
They might as well cut the middleman out if they can. But the thing is, that's just there's a lot to that. Obviously, it's not an easy thing to set up. So,
and no more Discord, Patreon only. I think I want to get to a point where we can do a Patreon. I think that'd be fun as fuck.
How about we say right now we will never charge anyone anything ever for any content? Will we say that right now? I'm kidding. We're not going to say that.
I was about to say I want to pay Pulse at some point, and I want to pay us.
We don't have any plans for the future, but we're never going to say never.
Yeah. So. I want to either move to Houston and get a studio space, or
Pulse
move Pulse up here and get a studio space.
Pulse is coming to Cleveland.
I'm down. I'm like, Houston's fine, but it's I've been here for so long. It's.
I feel like you would thrive in Cleveland.
You think I would?
We're way cheaper up here too.
You'd be just fine in Cleveland. I'm sure.
Prices are starting to become weird, but like in certain areas.
You gotta wait for the bubble. A couple years, the bubble's gonna happen. Apparently.
No, listen. I don't know if you guys have heard, but apparently the recession is supposed to come back with a vengeance in early 2024. Like I don't know how it is up there.
But
a lot of businesses down here are not doing good.
Yeah.
Up here, it's slow because we've been fucking self-destructing for nigh on 70 years. So, fuck it, 50.
You know what I think's gonna happen in the next less than 5 years? You're gonna see a lot of empty breweries.
Yeah, I don't know. People always buy beer.
Yeah, but craft beer.
I don't see that being going away.
But $7 beers, all of them. I'm not saying all of them. I'm saying like the ones that there's like 3 in your town, they're gonna lose 2.
Yeah, but that's competition.
I hope not.
I mean,
the guys here they said it's been iffy lately, which I feel bad for them because our show was not good the last time. I mean, the show part was good, but the turnout wasn't good. Paul, you dumb down, move to Cleveland. You're gonna freeze your nads off in the winter. You'll be fine. You'll figure it out.
I used to live in Herndon, Virginia. I
your first winter will suck. It will.
I miss the cold.
You'll get used to it.
But there's a community of people who are starting. It's like a big thing. They're starting to like make moonshine again. They're like
nice.
It's already been a thing. You can buy some sort of moonshine.
Yeah, you can buy.
There is legal moonshine. Yeah.
And all you got to do is like get some corn or something like that, or some wheat.
Someone in Kentucky made it legal. I know Kentucky moonshine is legal.
Yeah. I know someone who makes their own alcohol, and it's not technically legal. However, owning the equipment's legal. It's really, they just want to make sure you're not selling it. Like, no one's going to bust down anyone's door for having their own private stash of alcohol they make for themselves, and that's not going to happen.
You remember
selling it to people? That's different.
You remember the old school moonshine? It was like a jug with 3 X's on it.
Yeah.
I mean, I've always drank it in mason jars. Person I know that makes it gave me 170 proof once, and I was in the parking lot of the Funny Stop with comics, just drinking this 160 proof moonshine.
Well, we sell in our store. We sell. You guys familiar with Everclear?
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, you guys have Everclear?
That shit is like paint thinner, man. It's like
yeah.
You gotta drink some chaser with that, man.
Yeah.
I drank apple pie with the apple pie drink.
Question, sir. Do you guys have a hard time holding on to Buffalo Trace? Like, is it gone as soon as you get it?
Yeah. Well, Buffalo Trace, and
even just the normal Buffalo Trace, like the.
Yeah, because they make an allocated. You familiar with allocated bourbons?
No.
Well, it's like they're like reserve barrels of
okay
things and it's like brands will make allocated bourbons that are only like limited release.
Right.
People pay a lot of money for them. Like there's brands like
Do you get them in there?
Yeah, well, because the guy I work for, he because he owns a liquor store, he gets first dibs.
Okay.
And people will come in there and his rule is if they buy a bunch of liquor, he keeps the allocated stuff underneath the counter, and he's made like he has his own collection of allocated bourbon. He said he spent like 40 grand on it, and
Wow.
yeah, there's one called Blanton's. It's like $1,000 a bottle. There's one called there's a Weller's Green Label. There's a Jack Daniel's allocated bourbon, and yeah, it's like
well,
things will never.
But what about the normal, like the $30 a bottle, normal Buffalo Trace?
Well, yeah, Buffalo Trace is one of the more popular brands. Elijah Craig.
Because every time we get it around here, like it's gone. Like I hear about one of the liquor stores getting it, but it's gone that day. And they only let you buy one bottle. And I'm talking about, like I said, it's a $30 bottle. It's not like even an insane, just the normal Buffalo Trace is just gone so quick. My brother won a bottle of it in a raffle. Just the normal, like I said, the normal $30. It's pretty good, man. Like I've
actually never tried it. Is it good bourbon?
It's pretty solid, but I drink everything. So does my brother with Coke Zero. However, if it's better, I use less Coke Zero. I do like 1-to-1. I do 1 shot's worth of Coke and 1 shot's worth, like I drown Jim Beam, but I don't drown the good stuff. I just put a little bit in there to offset it.
Are you guys ever partake in like cigars?
Yeah,
I attempted, and I'm not a fan, man.
Yeah,
Tony gave me one.
Not like hardcore, but I love cigar. I do like a good cigar.
Tony gave me one, and I tried to finish it a couple different times, and just never did. I threw like half of it away. I'm not a smoker, and I really have been.
I go to the ring every single time. You have if you buy it, you finish it.
Although I will, well, he gave it to me, so I didn't have to. But I will be voting yes for the marijuana bill.
Well, so when
nice if I could just go to the store down the street and get some gummies every once in a while without fucking hassle. That'd be nice.
Oh my god, Tim on gummy. Pulse, imagine Tim on gummies on this show.
I tried it one time. Remember? I took one of my grandfather's pills, but it took like 4 hours to hit.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, but here's the thing: you have to take like a gummy an hour before the show.
I already know what's going to happen. I'm going to be the least talkative I've ever been. I'm not going to say anything. I'm just going to be giggling.
I want to try edibles so bad. I need to hit up Jace in the Discord because we cannot. Like I said, all we got is flour down here, and it's usually always dry.
Well, you can make it out of. Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, I mean, we can make brownies out of butter and shit, but
it's a whole pain in the ass. Yeah. Well, I mean, like I said, this down the street, and I live in a small town. There's a dispensary now, but it's medical. However, if this bill passes, whenever it kicks in, it will.
Why don't you have your license? Is my question.
Very expensive.
It's like $250.
It's like $500, and I mean, to get it, and then it's like another couple $100 a year. And
I'll put you in touch with somebody that can give you a license for pretty cheap.
It may be $250, but I don't even have $250 right now, Ray. I'm very broke. I don't have it.
There is a PayPal link down below. Pay for Tim's medical marijuana license.
No, it's hopefully in 6 months we'll have. Anyway, but
yeah, I think it's like $150, maybe $250. Yeah, 2 joints. I know.
Crap. What was I gonna say?
Something about weed.
Yeah, no, it was something about weed. I can't afford a new expensive habit right now, But if it's recreational here, every once in a while, when I can afford it, I'll go get some gummies.
That's the thing. Like you witnessed. You had never. Had you ever been in a legal state before where you could just walk in before Vegas. You went to Vegas?
Not before Vegas, no.
When I walked into whatever that fucking fly-by-night ass fucking shoddy place I went to, Dispo, to me, like, I got fucked, but I'm like, you know what, I need weed. Like, and to be in a place where you can do that, when I lived in Colorado, that was how it was. Like, there'd be times where I'm like, I want like 3 pre-rolls. Can I just get like $3 pre-rolls and fuck off? Like that's the kind of shit I want in this state where I can walk to a fucking Dispo or something that's down the street from my house.
Yeah. And this one is
buy a couple joints and fucking, come home and smoke them and get high.
This one is basically on my street. So It'd take
Yeah.
me about 8 minutes to get there in the car, so less
Yeah.
probably. So yeah, the thing is, yeah, every once in a while, if I can afford it, I go in there and see what I can get, and I do a little, yeah. And I can't afford to have it all the time, but every once in a while, I would love to have gummies
I was
every
about
once
to
in a while.
say,
I wish I
go
did
in,
now.
get a couple $2 pre-rolls, and you're fucking good
I
for
don't.
at
I
least
don't
a
like
couple
this.
weeks.
I don't like to smoke anything. I like.
Well,
I
but
like
a couple
edibles.
weeks though, you'd be fine if you just like babied them.
Yeah,
Maybe I don't want to. Maybe I want to do edibles, right? I like edibles.
Well,
Texas-
edibles would be more expensive.
But
Pre-rolls
that's
are
what I
there.
prefer. That's why I don't do it that often. It's a special occasion thing for me. It's never not gonna be a habit. Sorry, Pauls. What?
No, I was just Texas will be the last state to have.
You're probably right. In Alaska, Alaska probably already has it.
Yeah, Alaska probably already has.
Alaska's like freedom of everything. No, but you're right.
Pulse, look
Yeah.
that up. Does Alaska have medical or legal weed? I think they do.
I think you can do whatever you want in Alaska, and you get money from the government just for living in Alaska.
I want to move to Alaska.
I mean, it's like $30 a month or something. But like, yeah, if you're, I don't know if you have to be born there, but if you're a citizen of Alaska, the government pays you money for the land. It's something like that. It's like $30 a month, but everybody gets it. You can buy a magical butter machine. You had a wee butter machine. No, that'd be cool. But yeah, but like
Alaska
in a
is
world where
legal according to 2 joints.
okay, in a world where I can just get some 10s would be nice. Just some 10s.
It says anyone over the age of 21 is allowed to possess or consume marijuana in that state.
So it's fully legal.
Yeah. Alaska is like the big freedom state. So it's Texas, which is weird, but
Colorado too. I will say, for being as liberal that state is, like there are the freedoms you have in that state are pretty boss.
dude, weed ruined Denver.
No, it didn't.
Do you know what happened? Like people just got priced out of houses, and
That okay, all right. That's not weed's fault. It's the people in the business that priced people out. Yes.
well,
But
because
not
they're
the
putting
actual
other money,
business.
they're putting other
itself.
money. They're putting other money that they're making from that in real estate, so they don't have it taxed.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's why there's thousands of people. So it's
Okay.
not just weed itself, but the business of
Yeah.
it. The business of it.
I'll give you the business did it, but like, I mean,
No,
again,
right. No, not like, I'm not talking like in a reefer madness way. I'm talking about in a financial way.
yeah, that's where I had to clarify with what you were saying, because I knew what you were saying, but I had to clarify it from a pothead's point of view.
Right. No, not like I said, not in a reefer madness way. Not like no, it's the business part of it.
Yes,
because of that. Yeah, it didn't.
And I will give you that. Like even like when I lived out there, my rent was only $300, but I was living with 6 people.
Oh Lord.
So, yeah, it was not ideal. Don't get me wrong.
I don't know if there's any 6 people.
But I had a room.
Well, from what I've heard in Denver, like Jay's is saying, the ever since dispensaries popped up, like farmers out there, their prices were just dirt cheap. I heard you could get a whole pound for like $800.
Yeah, if homegrown or anything like that, like the prices went completely down.
Have you read the bill? Or this bill going to be on the ballot, issue 2?
No, send me that bill and I'm going to read.
I don't have the whole bill. I've only seen what's on the ballot.
I guarantee you, it's on the state's website.
Probably.
So
you look for it. Then
I don't want to.
I'll
You
find
look
it.
for it
I'll
and send it
find
for me.
I'll find it. But I read the ballot. I read what's on the ballot, and that was a little confusing. But it was basically you have to be 21, and you like they're going to tax it and all that stuff. Like the
that's basic shit. Though.
Yeah,
I'm
but
looking more
not at all like the original. When was that?
How many plants can you have? Like that's the personal use is what I'm going to look for.
I don't remember it saying anything about growing your own.
If it doesn't have that,
it may
I'm
in the
not
bill.
voting.
It may in the bill though. I don't know.
If the bill itself allows you to grow plants, I'm in. If it doesn't, I'm not voting for it.
Hold on. Let me look at the ballot because the bill. I'm not going to be able to read the old bill right now, but
obviously, I'll
look at the ballot. My ballot.
I want to be able to grow at least 6 plants by myself. Michigan homegrown is 12. Yeah, but I'll take 6. 2 joints. I will tell you that. I'll take 6, which is in Colorado.
Should I be a poll? Actually, that's something I should do. I should be a poll
Don't be
worker.
a poll worker, you psycho.
Why not? That's something fucking
Do you
easy
get
for
paid
me.
to do that?
Yeah, you get paid.
Oh, then go do
That's
it.
something I could do.
Mm-hmm.
It's not difficult. It's mostly old people.
Canada, it's only 4 you're allowed to grow personally. Like, that's gross.
I'll put my name in here. Danko. Timothy.
Again, 12 isn't that bad. Like, it's not a terrible fucking harvest, but like 6 I can manage to try and grow my own. I have 4 indoor grown right now. Good shit, my friend. Good
Issue
shit.
2, to commercialize, regulate, legalize, and tax the adult use of cannabis. And there's a lot of, you know what? I can read all these. Ready? A majority vote, yes vote is necessary to pass to enact Chapter 37. Okay. This is the bullet points. Define adult use cannabis to mean marijuana as defined in Section 3719. Okay, so that's, I don't know what that is. Another bullet point, authorize the division to regulate, investigate, and penalize adult use cannabis operators, adult use testing laboratories. So that's confusing. I don't know what that means.
Penalize means selling underage.
Okay, if cannabis. Okay, if they're doing anything illegally, that makes sense.
Yeah, if they're doing anything dumb, that's what that means.
All right, legalize and regulate the cultivation process, sale, purchase,
licensing to growers, and also people who have grows.
Yeah, hold on, let me read the whole thing again. Legalize and regulate the cultivation, processing, sale, purchase, possession, home grow, and use of cannabis by adults at least 21 years of age. Create additional protections for individuals who engage in permitted adult use cannabis conduct. Establish a cannabis social equality and jobs program. Okay, understand. Define social disadvantage. I don't know what that means. It doesn't say specifically what the bill would be as far as how many, but it does say homegrown would be part of it.
Well, yeah, I would hope.
And require the division to provide preferential treatment to applicants who have qualified for cannabis. Oh, okay. I understand. Like, meaning, like, if there isn't a lot of weed, the people with their cards get it first. I understand. Like, that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, if they're doing homegrown where you can have a certain amount of plants and everything like that,
that's probably in the bill, but yeah, I don't.
And I'll have a summer project, which is nice. I will
start growing weed in this basement. It's gonna be right next.
I'll grow it right out in the sunshine. I don't give a fuck if it's legal. I'll have a garden. What are you talking about? Like stalks of that shit in my backyard.
Crazy how long we had to wait to get to this point, right? Like,
fucking wait.
When you're in school, if you smoke the marijuana, you are a degenerate monster.
Yeah. As I hit my pipe now.
What are you looking at, Pauls? What we got? Anything good?
I was trying to check out the score of the National League Championship Series. I mean, yeah, the NLCS.
Okay.
All right.
No, my phone is freezing, so it's like.
Oh God,
that's not good.
What do you have, like?
Okay, Philly's up 2-0. Middle of the 6th.
Take Philly, Texas. I would like to see Arizona, though. You know what? I will give. Beginning of the year, Thomas's sleeper pick was the Arizona Diamondbacks. I do remember that.
Calls it, man. That'd be hilarious.
Sports
gambling wasn't available yet. No, it was available.
Yeah,
it was like new. Should have put $100 on the.
Oh, speaking of that, and we'll talk more about it Thursday. But I shouldn't bet anything anymore. However, my brother owes me $5. I might have him just put it on the parlay for me.
Okay.
I mean, not necessarily super convinced they're going to win, but I mean, you're talking about a parlay of plus 835 if you put Usman and Volkanovski together. Those are two really, really good fighters.
Really?
And you're getting plus 800, more than plus 8-1 almost 8. It's like 8.5, 860. So 8.5, more than 8.5 to 1 for those two guys winning in a card. And I'm just saying the odds, and not guaranteeing victory or anything. I'm just saying that's a pretty good odds for two really good fighters to win fights.
Let's look at what it is right now. Pulse, I sent you in the Discord. If you could bring it up for us, the card.
So you know where he is?
294.
Yes, I sent you in Discord the card for UFC 294. And let's see. Oop, that's next month's.
Yeah, I have a bunch going on Saturday actually, so I'm not going to be watching. I won't be able to buy the pay-per-view. However, the next one I will be buying for sure. I will make sure I have money to buy the Jones Stipe pay-per-view.
Right now, it's minus 923 or plus 923 if you parlay Usman and Volkanovski. $10 will get you 102.
92.
Hey, I'm gonna say this right now.
Well, plus your $10, so yeah, 102.
Yeah,
I'm gonna say
$92.
this right now. If both Usman and Volkanovski win Saturday night, I'm gonna donate $50 to the show.
I love it.
Nice balls.
But both of them have to pull off this upset. 1 second.
Alrighty.
Weird thing about this card. I don't want to. Again, this is like whole Thursday show, so I don't want to like get too much. But I will say that these two guys coming in last minute. I mean, number one, the co-main event. I'm much more excited for Usman and Chimaev than I was Chimaev and Costa.
Yes.
100%. Be a little more excited if it wasn't last minute or whatever. But you know what? Good for Usman for fucking taking it. Good for him. And Volkanovski and Islam, that fight was amazing the first time they did it. So for it to happen again, that's great.
And short notice fight.
Dude, fucking champion. A fucking champion taking a short notice fight. I guess a guy who already beat him once. Volk's a badass. We already knew this. Nothing new there. But just for him taking that fight, fucking badass. And Usman too.
Yeah.
Usman too.
Usman especially. Like Usman's taking a fight after 2 in a row, getting knocked out in the first one,
right,
and then just getting outpointed in the second fight at the O2. And for him to just say, fuck it, I'm going after a boogeyman in Khamzat Chimaev is so admirable. Like I like Kamaru Usman, to me, I've gained so much respect for him for taking this fight at a catch weight, basically. I think they're going to 185 or something like that. Like they're going up a weight for this one. Both guys are, which the conspiracy theory going on right now is winner gets Strickland. And to be honest with you, to see a fight that I don't remember happening in the first place, happening in Buffalo.
Wait a minute, you were there, weren't you?
I was there for Strickland versus Usman fucking 1. If Kamaru Usman comes in and dominates, which I don't think he will. I think this will be a good fight.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't think it's going to be one-sided.
If anyone, well, it's one-sided anyway. It'd be Chimaev, but I don't think that's going to happen, even with the short notice. But honestly, if I think Chimaev is going to win. I want Usman to win, and I very possibly may bet on Usman to win because of the odds. Because you're like such good odds for someone that good. Ryan Keels, Tim versus Ray. You know what? I think we talked about a 24-hour stream. I don't know if that ever worked, but the Tim versus Ray Olympics would be kind of fun as well, but we got to do it live. And just like dumb shit. I don't know, like fucking beer pong and whatever. Dumb shit.
But
nothing
yeah,
that involves much physical activity.
This card in general has had so many different changes and modifications to it that is
Right.
just so fucking wild.
Instead of the Oliveira rematch with Islam, you get the Volkanovski one. Dude, Volkanovski's a fucking badass for taking this fight like this.
Fuck yeah.
And like I mean, like I said, I'm more excited for the Usman Chimaev than I was Costa Chimaev, but the main event, it's a push. Like I'm just as excited for this as I was for the other one.
Yeah.
And like I said, it's a bummer. I'm not going to be able to watch them because I'm going to be doing stuff. But it should be good fights, man.
I'm so glad I have this Saturday off. Oh, I'm so glad.
If Volk becomes double champ, you can make an argument he's the greatest mixed martial artist of all time.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's really hard to say anyone's better than John Jones right now, but
I mean, he's already number one pound for pound as we speak. If he becomes double champ, which would only be like what, the fourth or fifth?
I thought Jones was pound for pound.
No. What pound for pound? Oh, I don't know.
Did he take that spot?
Yeah, I think after he won the heavyweight title, yeah.
He's still never been truly beat. You forget that. Gotta forget that because he's be like, he's here, then he's gone, then he's here, and he's gone. Also, like, it's very possible November 11th is not just Stipe's last fight. It's very, very possible, and a lot of people think this is true. It's also going to be John Jones' last fight. A lot of people think that as well. He doesn't seem very interested in fighting anybody else in that division. I think he might just be done. It might be both their last fight. Man,
if you
I really
look at it though, main eventing, and to be the one that I think deserves it more than John Jones is Stipe. Stipe deserves this main event in Madison Square Garden to cement his legacy as one of the greatest heavyweights of all time.
I just hope
win, lose, or draw.
Right. I hope at the very least he has a fucking badass fight and it's close. Yeah. If he loses, I hope he goes out in the Shield and looks fucking good and it's close. If he just.
I want Stipe to win because everything I just said about Volk, I said that about Stipe. If he pulls off this upset, he's the greatest.
He's the greatest.
He's
the
already
the
the
heavyweight
most,
of all time.
He's already the most accomplished heavyweight of all time.
He's the greatest heavyweight, but if he beats John Jones, he will officially have wins over Francis Ngannou, Daniel Cormier, and John Jones. Nobody else can say that.
And all the other guys he beat.
Arlovsky fucking crushing him the way he did. JDS in that second fight.
Yeah, JDS too, but just those three guys.
Ngannou. Yeah, just those guys. Multiple champions, though. I mean,
But I'm just saying, though, to beat DC and John Jones, the guys who are arguably the two greatest, not even arguably, the two greatest light heavyweights, but you beat them at heavyweight, you're not only the greatest.
How many dudes does he beat who are UFC champions? 5 right now?
I want to say, yeah.
Cormier, JDS, Verdum,
Arlovsky,
and Ngannou, but Ngannou was
JDS
backwards. I said JDS.
Okay.
So I mean, if you count Ngannou, because it was the other way, it was backwards. But you need 5 guys who have had belts.
I'm gonna go pee real quick. I'll be right back.
And 6 of his John Jones.
Right. And no matter what, more than anything else, nobody, like you said earlier, nobody has beaten John Jones. If Stipe is the first guy to do it.
At 41 fucking years old.
Let's go. He can do it.
I hope he has one left in him, and that's what he needs. I just hope it's, at the very least, I hope it's not embarrassing. I hope it's not like what happened to Cyril Gane. And you know what? That wouldn't surprise me, even though Stipe is the man, but it's been a while since he fought. He's getting older. It would not surprise me if John just fucking floored him. It wouldn't surprise me.
What, you mean like with punches or with
yeah, in victory, either way, whatever way he wanted to do it, probably. I don't know. I'm really curious. Both are game plans. That's another reason why this fight's really interesting. Is like, why is Stipe going to try to get John on his back? Does he think he can do that? Would he try to do that? Would John try to do that to Stipe?
I mean,
I don't know. I think they're probably gonna. I would assume there's not going to be a whole lot of grappling in that fight, but I don't know.
That works better for him. He can knock John Jones out. He could do what Dominic Reyes almost did.
It would 100% be my favorite thing in the history of MMA that I've ever seen. If Stipe knocked John Jones out with a punch, that would be my favorite thing I've ever seen. 100%. That would be the best. Great, yeah, and that includes seeing John Jones win the heavyweight title in person, which I don't know. When we do an end of the year show, we'll talk about that a lot. But like, that was fucking cool. That was the coolest trip. I can't believe we did it. I hope we can do it again someday. Pulse, if I had the money, I would join you in Vegas. But I don't. Right now. I wish I could. I really do. Dude, if this was a year ago, I would. But I just don't have it right now, unfortunately. Because I would absolutely go.
Would it be cheaper to go to Reno?
Why though?
It's like a baby Vegas, right?
Why would you want? Yeah, but why? Like, hold on. Why do you want to go to Vegas? That's the question.
I want to. Well, I thought I was gonna. Honestly, I was thinking about going to Tijuana, but then I'm like,
for what? For what? Like, what are you looking for in this trip?
Just to get out of Houston to vacate, you know.
Okay. I will say this. Vegas is like, I'm a person that when I go somewhere, I like to do stuff. Like my family goes to like Myrtle Beach or something, they invite me, but I'm like, I don't go when I go. I'm not a beach person. My friends invited me to go to Florida with them multiple times. I'm like, I'm not a beach guy, man. I can be drunk and lazy anywhere. I'm drunk and lazy at home all the time.
You wouldn't go snorkeling?
Maybe. Try something new.
But sink.
Hey man, this shit floats. But
farewell and adieu to you, fair Spanish Timmy.
Yes. Someone trying to serve a manatee a drink. I thought it was Tim. Anyway, no, but that's why I like to do things, especially things I can't do at home. And Vegas is fucking perfect for that because everything you can think of is, dude. They had a fucking drone arena in our hotel, which I feel like we should have done that. I just kind of walked by. I didn't really know what it was.
You had a what now?
A drone arena.
Oh, okay.
Flying drones and shit. I'd break it. Is that okay?
They were advertising fucking battle bots for shit's sake.
Yeah, battle bots was down the street. Like, dude, everything you can possibly think of, right, is there. So, and there was a bunch of stuff we wanted to do that we didn't get time to do. And a beach vacation, that's not really it. We're like, what are you gonna do? I'm gonna go to the boardwalk. I'm gonna eat seafood. I'm gonna sit on the beach and read a book. That's not my thing.
Yeah, to me, like the beach is okay for like an hour.
I'm not a beach guy.
I like the beach for like relaxation and just like being thought high.
You could do that in your hotel room. You could do that at the pool. There's places in Vegas you can do that.
No. I'll tell you why. Because like it's the sounds. Like if Lake Erie's got a good like wave thing going on. That's what's nice about it, is you just hear the waves crashing on the shore and you're just in your own thoughts. But I love Vegas because it is ADD central. Like it appeals to anybody with an addiction. It's perfect.
Well, there's everything. There's something there for every person.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. I asked Pulse, why are you going to Vegas? He's like, well, just try, I want to go somewhere and do something. I'm like, well,
I don't fault Pulse for doing that. I'm going to give him food. I'm going to give him food recommendations for shit's sakes when he goes.
I'm not. No, he asked if it would make more sense for him to go to Reno. I'm like, why do you want to go to Reno?
Nah, go to Vegas.
Yeah, I'm like, dude, no, just go to Vegas. It's more expensive, but just go to fucking Vegas. If you want to stay at Circus, fucking stay at Circus. Who gives a fuck? But
man. Like
what are you gonna do? Do you want to go see shows? Do you want to play? You want to play some blackjack? What are you gonna do?
You know what, man?
How much money are you going with? Is my question. Like, are we talking?
Ask him that.
Well, no. Is it at least question. Like $1,000 or more? Like that's what I'm
saying. Minus what I'm gonna spend on accommodations, probably like a G or so.
Yeah,
and
that's about what we spent.
Yeah, G over 3 days isn't bad. I'd have a little bit extra, but like. A G's not bad.
With what I gamble, I think altogether I spent like 2. And that includes.
I spent like 4 or 5. Yeah.
Did you really?
Yeah, probably.
Because
in food and all that kind of stuff, and
what helped me is I had that gift card. Remember, I was like running that gift. I had a gift card from Christmas that had $400 on it. And I was running it for food, and I used the whole thing up that week for food. That helped a lot though. I didn't use it everywhere, but I definitely used the whole thing.
Yeah,
up.
Pulse. If you're talking like just going for 3 days just to fuck around, yeah, grand, maybe 2 would be
are you gonna gamble?
ideal.
You're not gonna gamble. It's a whole lot easier.
Yeah.
Well, I recently watched Ocean's 13, and that kind of got me hyped, man. I was like,
thing is, I like to play, so I kind of get you. But
did you play anything other than slots, or did you actually like sit down at a table and play?
Yeah, we played a few. I played a lot of blackjack while I was there for.
Dude, I played fucking video blackjack, which is fucking dumb. I should have got to a table, but it was fun. And the video blackjack is like $5 minimum, so you just push
my favorite part of the weekend wasn't even UFC 285. You want to know what my favorite part of the weekend when we went to that whole thing was? It was watching Tim play the fucking Big Six wheel, and it's all automated. But yet this dumb motherfuckers keep going like blowing on the fucking wheel like it's going to have any kind of fucking say. Like,
dude, I do that watching TV when a ball's fair or foul, I blow on it. And plus, by the time I see it on TV, it already happened, right? So, yeah, I do that shit all the time.
What was
where it doesn't work.
Which one was it? What was the movie with Favreau and Vince Vaughn?
Swingers made one of those two.
It was one of those two, but the one where they went to Vegas.
Swingers?
Was that Swingers? Okay, Swingers, yeah. That movie, every time I watch it, I'm like, I just think of that scene when they go in there, they're wearing their suits. And that's what I was thinking. I was like, maybe I should wear a suit to look professional.
Dude, I don't know, man.
But yeah, the scene where they're playing, and originally they want to go to the high stakes game, and he clearly has no idea what he's doing, and the guy tells him maybe you should try one of our
automated machines.
Oh yeah,
the smaller tables. Yeah,
yeah.
That's what I feel like the trip is going to be like. Like I have this idea of Vegas in my head, and when I get there, it's not going to be like that.
Well, here's the thing, man. It was better for me. It was better than I thought it'd be. Because I guess I thought it'd be a little trashier than it was. And it wasn't bad. I mean, there's trashy parts of it, but we didn't really fuck around with those. And plus, we were on the fights and stuff. It was fucking great, dude. I fucking loved it.
I think the trashiest.
I would go back by myself 100%.
And the neighborhood isn't even that trashy. But, like, the neighborhood by the Gold and Silver Pawn Shop is a little kind of run down.
That's what I want to see, Pawn Stars. Yeah, I want to stop by there.
What day are you going?
It's the 1st through the 3rd. If I go, it's going to be Friday through Sunday.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah. Because I was going to say, I usually do Wednesday through, and then I leave on Sunday.
Did y'all see any shows like the Magic?
We did a show while we were out. We did a comedy show where we were out there.
Oh, okay.
Because I have connects out there that I've gotten to know over the years and doing stand up and just keeping in touch with people.
What are the two magician guys? One of them got mauled by that tiger.
Oh, Siegfried and Roy.
Yeah.
Outside of, I think it's Treasure Island. Yeah, it's Treasure Island. They have their busts and one of the tigers, busts, like this big bronzed bust that they have out there of Siegfried and Roy. Though the actual, I will say this: if you've never been to Vegas before, Pulse, go in just completely going, I'm having a good time. I would also recommend spending $40 to go see DJ Pauly D on Saturday night.
Does Ollie
Friday night, actually, Friday.
Does Ollie play? Is it like EDM?
EDM, but dude, I'm telling you, the marquee, when it's fucking lit, it's fucking lit. Like, I've never been a part of an atmosphere like that show with DJ Pauly D at the marquee. Ever. It was insanity. He goes on at midnight, so take a nap and get there around 10. That's what I'm going to get my advice for that. But, bro, so good. So good. Tim, why are you listening to us?
I'm not. Pulse is.
Pulse, why? No, I'm kidding. Pulse should be listening to us.
Tim's bucket list is front row seats for Shania Twain. I just saw Shania Twain in the summer and on the lawn, and you know what? Front row seats for. Oh, she's going back to Vegas. So
that would be actually something I want to see.
That would be pretty great, honestly. Are you making a joke? Because that'd be awesome.
No, seriously. I love Shania Twain.
So do I. I'm happy I saw her at Blossom, although Blossom was a pain in the ass. But
I told a Houston DJ back in the day.
When we were talking about Vegas for the first time, we were like, dude, we need to go see Shania. And she just wasn't there.
Mm-hmm.
And also fucking bad at that, dude. I'm still to this day fucking heartbroken. We couldn't see how bad it out of hell. So I want to see it so bad. I really did.
I was making a point to like want to see that. And then when you told me that it just like stopped touring and stopped completely, I'm like,
the residency, yeah, stopped.
Motherfucker! Like I was actually looking forward to going with you on that.
Yeah, it was like a month or 6 weeks before, because it was at the hotel next to us, and I was so I've been wanting to see that thing for years, and when it was just going to work out that we were going to be able to see it, I was so pumped, and it just broke my heart.
Yeah, I wanted to see it just to like witness it because it sounded interesting as fuck. Can we real quick talk about the Edson Barbosa Saddiq Yusuf fight?
Man, yes. What did y'all guys think? Like, I gotta say this. Shout out to Edson Barbosa, Darren Elkins, Cub Swanson. These guys like 39 years old, whooping these dudes, man. Like they still got it.
Gatekeepers, bro. Gatekeepers.
Cub Swanson beat Hakeem Dawodu, and what's the name? He beat what's the name last Saturday? He beat what's this guy's name? He fought.
This fight pissed me off.
He was getting. The thing about it is he was getting his ass handed to him in the first round. He endured all that and overcame it, and then his patented spinning heel kick, it caught him, it landed, and I was like, holy shit, Edson Barbosa still got it. That's his signature kick, man.
That fight pissed me off. It pissed me off. You want to know why? Okay.
Why?
What a great fight. What an amazing, great fight. And you're watching on TV, and you hear maybe a handful of people shouting.
Oh, the fact that it was in the Apex?
They need to fucking stop this Apex. Listen, I'm sure they're saving money, but they make enough money. Like, it's not like they lose money on these. Like, number one, they're taking all these fights away from these small market cities are not going to give pay-per-views to, right? And how many Apex in years before COVID, all of these fights would be in different cities. We would have probably had one in Ohio. There'll be one in like Charlotte, and I don't know, just all these cities, whatever, San Antonio, whatever cities, Omaha. But like, they're taking them away from they're taking away from the fans that want to be able to see it. They're making it almost impossible for people to see these live fights. You have to go to fucking Vegas or hope that they land one of these pay-per-views in your city, New York. But like, you have to. The point that most fans will have to fucking travel in a fucking plane to see a UFC fight because they're doing all this shit in the Apex. Not only that, just as a fan on television, not watching that fight and not hearing what it deserved from a crowd of 20,000 people was just like, this is fucked up. This is a great fight, but it's fucked up not hearing that. It sucks for the fighters. It sucks for the fans at home. It sucks for all the people. It sucks for all the people that could have had that in their city and could have got a ticket to it. I am legitimately pissed about this Apex shit. I really am.
Didn't you like during the pandemic when?
Sure, because we had fights. Sure, but now you can fucking go places again.
Yeah, but like I'm just talking about when the arena was empty. Like I'll never forget the Ngannou versus Rosenstruck fight. When he landed, you could hear it
at first, but I'm really just mostly thinking about how pissed I am for the people who. The only way Ray and I got to see a card this year is we had to go to fucking Vegas.
Okay.
Right?
But it ended up being one of the biggest cards of the fucking year.
Most people can't afford to go to Vegas, right? Like
I get it, but
they need, and also they sell out everywhere they go, right? But they still don't bring the pay-per-views to like Columbus, Cincinnati, probably not going to get pay-per-view. Charlotte, Omaha, probably not going to get a pay-per-view. So give them something. Give them these cards. Give fans. Give a shit about your fans here. Give them a chance to fucking see these fights live and fucking go around the country.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Like UFC is always banking on travel. Like that's
Ray, they're making enough money anyway. Like,
I know, but they're banking on people traveling to fucking Vegas or Texas or
even
California
if
or
people
Florida.
don't travel, there's still going to be enough people in those areas to go to those shows, right? But and Vegas is always people from all over the world. But UFC's coming back to Austin in December. Oh yeah, that's good, but it needs to happen more.
So you have an assignment. Go to that show.
Who's on that card? Anybody know?
I don't know.
It's just I don't know.
I don't think they've announced it yet.
It just pisses me off because like now the little pay-per-views are only Jacksonville, like New York, Vegas, Anaheim, like LA, like that's it. You know, it's not, and they're not giving. I mean, they did a couple of these cards. They did a couple. They did Nashville. You know, they did a couple, but they used to do a whole year's worth, and a lot of those were domestic in the U.S.
Yeah.
And I wish they would do that again. Stop this fucking Apex shit.
Well, again, I'm gonna play big business here on the whole thing.
Why? This is dumb. Because whatever you say is dumb.
Not really. I mean, when you've invested in so much equipment to do certain things, and all of a sudden you realize, oh shit, I can do it here,
and say fuck you to the fans. It's a fuck you to the fans. It is.
I don't think so.
Well, it's maybe not intentional, but it's what's happening.
Not really. It's more of a byproduct than anything. Like,
right, they make plenty of money. They make money going to other places too. They're fine.
I get it.
They're not
get they
money
make
going,
mega
going
cards.
to Omaha. They're fine.
I'm talking
about the fucking, you know, the cards you've been at the Apex. Why can't that card be in, like I said, Omaha or Milwaukee or Columbus or Cleveland or Cincinnati or Pittsburgh? Why not?
ESPN will send a fucking Nemo truck, the fucking on demand trucks where you can satellite something. Darius versus ooh. Is that in December?
That is a good fight.
Nice.
But
hold on, let me finish my fucking thing.
Go ahead,
you can get a fucking satellite truck, hook it into your building, not even just like have to run things through anything, just hook up to the outside and beam your shit from things you paid for, so maintenance and all that kind of stuff is pretty low. But like, you don't have to travel, you don't have to worry about flying people. I get why they do them.
You mean they have to fly everybody to Vegas? Not everybody.
Well, no, I'm talking about like flying. If you're gonna do a pay-per-view in, say, fucking Detroit, you gotta pay for, the staff. You gotta pay for. There's more things that go in to running a mixed martial arts promotion than just the fighters.
Sure, but also the commissions in the state take care of a lot of that as well.
Do they?
Yeah, they pay the refs. Who do you think pays the refs? The UFC?
Well, but I'm talking about like actual UFC staff.
Sure, they have staff. Sure.
Yeah, I mean, people you have to send out there to be representatives for the organization, followed by, fighters getting taken care of their per diems and all that kind of stuff.
They have per diem when they're in Vegas. Like they're making money either way. And it was fine before. It was fine before they used the pandemic as an excuse to try it, and now just not get rid of it. I don't expect them to get rid of all of them, but they're doing way too fucking many. Way too many. Like I say, like 4 Apex a year, and then fucking go to these cities, man.
I'd be okay with 6.
People fucking deserve it. Okay, 6. So would I.
Half the year half the year, and then do half the year on the road. Yeah.
Do a whole lot more on the road domestically in America than they did this year. They didn't do fucking enough at all.
No, because they also went international. Now that they can.
Too, but they still didn't do it. I'm not saying replace the international fights with the U.S. fights. I'm saying replace the Apex fights with U.S. fights. They need more of them. Need more of it.
Again, there's a lot more expense to go into that, and I think the UFC sees what they have, and they can, be what they are based on.
You got to give a shit about your fans. You know, it fucking costs a lot of money.
I think they give a shit about the fans.
Now it's going to be fucking impossible to go see a live event. There's no reason.
$1,200, I think, to get in there.
There's no reason there shouldn't be an event within relative driving distance of us every year. And I'm including fucking Indianapolis in that.
52 weeks a year, though. Like, think about that.
How many cards do they have?
But you also have to think about you have to do international cards. You really do.
Right. I'm not saying get rid of the international cards. I'm just saying do less Apex cards and put those in the country somewhere else. That's it.
Still, I mean...
Dude, I honestly feel like if you saw the numbers...
So 40 weekends a year you want to do... like American cards.
I'm just saying replace the Apex ones with another city in America. It's already in America, Ray. I'm just saying go to a different city other than Vegas.
Yeah, but again,
I'm not saying take away the international ones. I'm saying the 40, however many Apex cards, way too many. At least half of those do better. Go to fucking other cities. It's not difficult. I'm not saying get rid of the international cards. For whatever reason, you keep bringing that up.
Ryan,
I'm not trying to say get rid of the international cards. I'm just saying just the Apex cards. Just the Apex cards. Bring them to other countries in America.
I don't know if this is true, but I kind of like this fight.
Kevin Holland
and Neil Magny.
They haven't fought yet.
I don't think so.
No, they haven't. But it's one of those you look at it and like they haven't fought yet. You're like,
yeah,
those are two guys that fight everybody, but they haven't fought each other.
And we saw Neil where? Columbus or Vegas? I think it was Columbus. Yeah.
You fought Max Griffin?
Pulse, look that up. Who did Neil Magny fight in Columbus in 2022?
Max Payne Griffin.
Could be. The name is sounding very familiar.
I'm 99% sure.
Who did we see? Jeff Neal. Jeff Neal
fought Rachmanov.
Yeah, Rachmanov. Too many Neals. Too many goddamn Neals.
They fought each other. That was really confusing.
What?
When they fought each other, it was real confusing.
Oh, yeah, they did, didn't they?
UFC Columbus. Neil Magny defeats Max Griffin.
All right, Tim.
Fucking trust me. I was there, Ray. I remember things.
I know, but hey, who knows? We were both drinking.
It's true, unlike Vegas.
Yeah. Although, to be honest with you, when it comes to that experience, I was high at the beginning of the show, and towards the end I sobered up. But to be honest with you, I liked being sober for UFC Vegas because I remember more of it.
I remember both cards, but the thing is, about that, like we had other times that we were fucking drinking and fucking around. I ate later that night, but like.
But here's the thing: I
paid too much money to like have it like there be a chance that I didn't remember shit because I drank too much. Like that's the thing. I'm like I want to fucking be fucked. And I thought about getting like a one, but also like our seats because of the amount of steps. I'm like I don't want to do this pissing every 5,
Yeah.
So I think I went up one time, and after that I was there. I was there. 6 hours or something in my seat. And it wasn't bad. I was comfortable. It was fine. Like
no blood clots.
Got lucky that we didn't have anybody next to us until I think it was the Rachmanov Neil fight.
Yeah, towards like the middle of the card on the main card.
No, there was 3 fights left, and somebody sat next to me finally.
Yeah. But that's Vegas. I think honestly that happens a lot.
It is. It did the atmosphere. The main event it was great. It was weird. Yeah. It was a lot weirder than I thought it'd be.
Quiet.
Yeah, it was weird.
Very quiet.
I mean, it wasn't real quiet when Grasso won. It wasn't quiet.
No.
But overall, yeah, it was weird. It wasn't like
the
Columbus
Hispanic
at all.
family next to us was losing their fucking minds. I remember that very vividly, and it was awesome to watch.
I'm still pissed off about that. They should
really.
Yes, Valentina got robbed, man.
I lost a bunch. Well, I mean,
yeah, you lost a shit ton of money.
Well, I mean, I lost $100, but like I would have made like $400, right? So I had to do a 6-leg parlay to get plus money, and everybody else won.
Yeah. I wish still I would have done the opposite of you and done Grosso, and then
Yeah, I would have won
Jones.
$4,000 on $100 if I did everything. But
hurts. But
whatever.
anyway,
Did you drop $100 on Jamie Pickett?
I did. Yes, against the knee shot or the nut shotter, Bo Nickel.
Bo Nickel beats Jamie Pickett 100 out of 100 times.
I don't know, dude. I had a feeling, and then that nut shot happened, and then it was fucking UFC wants him to win. Good to know.
Be right back, guys. I got to take my dog out.
No, yeah, go.
Your feeling was you saw how much money you could make, and you're like, I want that. And that's what your feeling was.
It was that Patton Oswalt joke where he talks about his lizard brain going to a casino, and he's like, never want it. Like, that's exactly what it was.
Mm. Grosso was the only underdog that won that in that whole card.
Yeah.
But it's really a bummer that they don't do more cards in smaller cities, because they used to, and it was fine. But now, and I'd like to think, hopefully, they'll do more next year than they did this year. If they go backwards, I'm going to have a real problem. If they do less than they did, I'm going to have a real problem. And also, just watching on TV, I hate not having the crowd.
Yeah, I can see where that is, but like, to me, I do love to hear the corner yelling. That's kind of cool, especially in the multiple languages that is in the UFC completely. It's kind of cool to.
It was cool to hear something you didn't hear before. That was neat. But now I'd much rather. I much rather have the crowd.
I grew used
also,
to it, and kind of
like too, man. The fighters do too, man.
Yeah, for sure.
They deserve it too. But also it's the fans in these cities and these states that don't, they can't. The only reason we saw cards is we went to Vegas and spent a lot of money, right? That's the only. We didn't get one in Columbus this year. We didn't get one in Cleveland. Or Pittsburgh. Or Cincinnati or Detroit or Buffalo.
I don't think they'll ever go to Cincinnati, but Detroit will probably be one of the next markets that gets.
Well, here's the thing: they'll sell out no matter where they go. So why not Cincinnati? Why not Cincinnati? Like, and plus they did Cincinnati.
Have
did you remember
infrastructure for
the
that?
last? Yeah, they do.
Not anymore for modern day UFC. No.
When
Cleveland has more of an infrastructure.
When do you think the last time they went to Cincinnati was?
I'm going to say it was probably the early 2010s.
It was Matt Brown versus Eric Silva.
What year?
It would have been like 14, maybe 15.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
But still, no, that arena's still there.
Years ago.
And that place was fucking packed.
Okay.
It was nuts.
Cleveland will never get it because of the fucking elevator incident at the hotel that crushed half of the fucking early prelims.
I will say this: we don't understand I know UFC wants some crazy. They want some deals with the athletic commissions, and a lot of commissions. Not all of them want to probably play ball. I understand that. But that's why. I don't know. I mean, listen. We have a new commissioner in Ohio.
And I would love to get him on, find his number, and send it to me. I'll call him. I will call his ass. Text me the number, and I will fucking call him.
I mean, he has a number on the
that's what I'm saying.
The athletic commission site.
I'm ballsy enough I have enough time on my hands sometimes, Tim, where I get bored and I want to do things. And calling the Ohio State athletic commissioner for like boxing and mixed martial arts.
Athletic commission, get in touch.
There we are.
Yeah, there's just the normal number for the athletic commission.
Send it to me. Yeah.
Copy.
Hi, Pizzle. I like the new name, Pizzle. I don't know why.
Pizzle Realizzle.
Pizzle is pretty dope. Our producer, Pizzle.
Save that somewhere because you'll forget it.
Thank you.
That's the number of the athletic commission in Youngstown, and you just ask, hey, can I talk to Chuck?
Chuck
Haskell, Mr. Haskell.
Yeah,
I did that 2 different times. I talked to Bernie Profano years ago.
Okay.
I just called him like, hey, I had a question about this. Like, okay, well, I'll give you Bernie. I'm like, all right. He was in, so he took the call.
So it's Chuck Haskell. All right.
I mean, there's probably an email. That's probably a better way to do it.
Phone would be. I'd rather have a phone direct. That way, possibly he can call me and be like, "Yeah, I'll be on your show," or "No, I'm not going to be on your show."
Guys, you remember the finale?
Do a phone interview.
You remember the finale of the movie 8 Mile, the rap battles?
Yes.
Wouldn't that be great if somebody turned that into a stage play?
I feel like
8 Mile, the musical.
It'd be like Hamilton.
Yeah.
It's essentially what Hamilton was. I mean, you see the
recast Eminem as a black guy.
Yeah, the debate part of Hamilton. That's basically. It was basically like a rap battle. They did it as a rap battle. Did you see it?
Hamilton? Did you actually see it?
I only saw it on Disney Plus. I didn't go see it. I still want to, but no, on Disney Plus they have the recording of it, and it's really good. But yeah, there's in the debates. They do it like a rap battle, and it's pretty cool.
I gotta say that the guy who directed that, he's a real dummy, man. Like, I don't like that guy.
Miranda, you don't like Lin-Manuel?
Yeah, him.
I was not expecting that out of Pulse, and it makes me happy because I do agree.
He's kind of got his head up his own ass a little bit, like, and that's the only thing he's known for is that. And I know
that's not true. That's not true.
Well, what is it? What else is
West Side Story sucked.
No, that wasn't him.
I thought he recreated West Side Story.
No, that was Spielberg did that. The Heights was another one he did. But he does a lot of stuff in Disney, like Encanto. He wrote all the songs in Encanto. Moana, he wrote all the songs there too. He does a lot. His cousin plays for the Twins.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, Jose Miranda.
Yeah,
his cousin.
Really?
Yeah.
That's hilarious. What is your in the locker room? I can still see kind of like a manly thing, and they're just like, "What's your cousin do, Miranda?"
We don't talk about Bruno. No.
We don't talk about Manuel. He is a disappointment to our family.
Dude, no, he's not. That guy's an American treasure.
I think, honestly, fucking... what was his name again?
Jose Miranda?
Yeah, he's more in that family. It's like, why couldn't you be like Jose and be a great baseball player?
I'm pretty sure they're pretty good with both of them.
I'm joking, obviously.
I know, but I'm sure I think it's pretty much a win-win there. But they, Miranda.
What was it? Rest of the card, to be honest with you, with the Barbosa card, really, like...
I didn't watch all the decisions. I watched the finishes. I watched Pereira, and I watched McKinney.
Oh, I want to ask you
Pereira fucked that boy
What do you
up.
think about Pereira at middleweight? I think middleweight has some contenders coming up now between him and Pfeiffer.
Well, he definitely looks big enough.
Yes, he knocked the dude out with the first punch.
He did. He mollywopped that motherfucker. Just wow. It was great. And he looks natural. I mean, he looks better at the weight he's at now, which is good.
Do you think he's gonna abandon all that flipping shit that he does at welterweight now that he's bigger?
Been more patient in his last couple fights. Like, he hasn't really fucked around and found out. Like, he really hasn't done any of that flippy dippy bullshit that he fucking tried early on. And I think it's benefiting him more is the patience.
It's
of
too
Michael
bad.
Pereira.
That shit was fun.
It was fun, but I'm sure when he was supposed to fight Wonder Boy, he knew that if he did that shit to Wonder Boy, it wouldn't go well. Probably.
Yeah.
That guy's too precise.
Well, who do you want to see him fight at middleweight? Because I have an idea. What's the guy's name? He played at Alabama.
Oh fuck. Anders.
Eric Anders.
Yeah.
I feel like that's the perfect fight for him. Now at middleweight.
Could happen.
Maybe there's a lot. There's a lot. There's a lot. I don't know.
But yeah, the fight night card wasn't that great. in my
It
opinion.
wasn't, but it was better than what we fucking got with Misfits. Like it.
Wait, what happened with the Paul Danis fight? What happened?
Dillon.
Danis was decided to start a riot. He tried to get him in a guillotine. He slipped to the canvas while he was on the ground. Logan punched him. Then he got up and tried to attack him. One of the security guards got in the ring. He took a swing at him, and it started.
Missed him, by the way.
Yeah.
That punch, I've seen like better punches from the smallest woman I've ever seen boxing in class. All right, like he threw that fucking punch, and he was in fucking the other side of the British Isles. There's no fucking Dillon Danis sucks. Like, can we all just agree he's a great jiu-jitsu guy? But when it comes to combat sports where you got to use your fists,
I give him credit for showing up because for the longest time it looked like he wasn't going to. And to be honest with you, I think he just took this fight so he could troll Logan and his fiance.
probably.
You know,
So he was being a bitch. Sounds like just being a bitch.
yeah.
He won in MMA, right? When he fought in MMA, he was solid, right? But
He fought for Bellator.
yeah, if you don't want to box, then don't box. Hey, you guys want to buy Bellator, by the way?
I would absolutely.
All right,
put
donations,
any donos.
donation link in the.
I hope they have a fire sale because I said it before. They have some talent over there that belongs in the UFC.
I want to see MVP there. I want to see Aaron Pico and how he would do in the UFC.
Aaron Pico would not do well.
He would not, but I would want to see what he does and what the UFC does with him.
He's only a star over there. If he fought any of the bantamweights here or in the UFC, I mean.
Think about MVP though. Like MVP going over there would be fucking box office the first fight, and then can he keep the momentum going in the UFC? And if he does, fuck yeah, baby. But like MVP in some Venom gear, I'd buy that worn.
I'm assuming they already know who they'd want over there. I'm sure McKee, Patchy Mix,
Both
Pitbulls probably.
both the Pitbulls
Pitbulls.
Yeah, the Pitbull brothers would definitely be on that list.
And also, PFL's waiting to try to outbid everybody, I'm sure.
And they need Vadim
or at least
Nemkov.
for a couple people.
They need Vadim Nemkov because, in my opinion, Vadim Nemkov
It's a
would
beast.
be champ right now. He beats Jamal Hill.
Ryan Bader at 205. Let's do it.
Let's get Ryan Bader to fight heavyweight in the UFC again. Do it.
Yes. One last run. Let's go.
I don't think it'd go too well, honestly.
It's too bad this didn't happen years ago because for the longest time I always wanted to see what King Mo would look like in the UFC.
King Mo, I don't think would have ever done really well.
King Mo has a win over Jiri Prohaska.
Sure. But, like, I don't know. King Mo was like a swinger. He went for the fucking gusto and
Yeah, but so was the guy like Rampage. Would have been a great fight.
They fought.
They did? Well,
Yeah, I was about to say, didn't they?
Okay, they fought in Bellator, but I'm talking not Rampage. I'm talking about Rampage. Not Rampage.
Also, they should bring Musasi back because I think he could be.
Gegard, yeah. Do you know what's sick? I saw Gegard Mousasi's last fight in the UFC.
Czech Congo at 106 years old.
Yeah.
Czech Congo is like a Walmart Francis Ngannou.
Yeah, everything but the legs.
Yeah.
I mean, French. They're French, so you know.
But
Congo's
yeah, that
actually French, isn't he?
The Mousasi thing, though, I would love to see him make a return to the UFC. I mean, his last fight was UFC 210.
Is he still
fighting, right?
Yeah, that fucking illegal lift that happened, and they went to the replay, and Mousasi, I think, won or lost. I can't, or no. Was it a no contest? I think it was a no contest.
Yeah, it was some controversy about it. But that's the thing. Like, I feel Adesanya came in at the right time because he came in right as Weidman, Rockhold, Musasi were on their way out. But if he came in a few years earlier, I think few of those guys would beat him. I think Thiago Santos back when he was at 85 and back when what's the guy's name?
Tim Kennedy.
No.
Brian Stan.
What's the bald white guy?
Tim Bosch?
No. He got kneed in the head by John Jones. He's a 205er now. Gatekeeper up there. He just beat Ryan Spann.
I don't know.
Gustafson?
No, bald.
No.
Bald. You know what I'm talking about?
No. Paul's look it up.
Some dude broke into his house and beat his ass.
Oh, Smith.
Alex, yeah, Smith. What's his name?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Anthony Smith.
Anthony Smith, yeah.
Yeah, so back when he was at 85, imagine if Adesanya was fighting back then.
Oh, I don't know. I'd probably be fine. I don't know. Miss Brian Stan, though. Miss Brian Stan is a commentator. Because he talked like my family, the hard Scranton accent, because he's from Scranton, and it made me laugh. He said Mount funny.
Somebody told me that Tim Kennedy was the guy who killed Bin Laden.
No, he wasn't.
No, we know who it is, right? We know who it is. It wasn't Kennedy, though.
I would love to get him on just to talk about the shit that he's doing right now, because he's actually working with like people to get certain people out and all that kind of stuff of war zones and everything. So yeah, I'd love.
Oh
to
Lord, yeah, dude, sheesh. Yeah, to be the Extraction, that movie. There's two of them now with Chris Hemsworth, but for real, shit like that does really happen. And it's private contractors. Or people like Kennedy that are doing it out of the kindness of their heart.
Yeah, that's why I would want to have Tim Kennedy
still
on the
crazy.
show.
Yeah. All right, I'm out of steam.
Crazy.
No, so that would be crazy. Not he's crazy. No, he's
right.
normal-ish. Get out of here, Ray. All right, you know what? You pissed me off, so now I'm done. Let's go home. I gotta eat.
No hero.
All right.
What?
No hero of the week.
Yeah, okay. It's not a big production, but I have a hard time not giving it. I mean, he did just enough, man. Just enough. A great drive at the end. PJ Walker, man. PJ Walker. Was he amazing? No. But was he good enough? He was good enough. Just good enough for the Browns to beat the 49ers, man. And he was at the beginning of the week, he was on the practice squad. He was on the practice squad at the beginning of the week. And this is a dude who bounced around. He played at Temple, then he was in NFL, he got cut, then he was in the XFL, the Houston Roughnecks. Right? And then he was free agent. The Browns picked him up on the practice squad, and he had to start and did a good job. He might have to start Sunday too. I don't know. But either way, this week's Peer of the Week, PJ Walker.
Woo!
He did just good enough, man. I had a hard time not giving it to him. So
I like it. All right, boys and girls. It is, as always, a pleasure.
There's no girls.
True. Boys, we appreciate y'all being here with us on a regular basis. Thank you very much. We will see you Thursday where we will fully break down UFC 294, give our predictions.
Will we, though?
Maybe. It depends on how fucked up we get. But it is a pleasure, as always, to you guys to take us into your televisions, phones, tablets, wherever you take us. And we always tell you, hit that like button. All praise be to the MMA holes. And thank you. And we will see you at the Kumite, fam.
Who do you notice? I don't know what Doja Cat looks like. Every time I see Doja Cat, she looks completely different. I could not, like, if I saw her on the street, I've seen her in a bunch of videos and whatever on TV. If I saw her walking down the street, I probably wouldn't recognize her because she looks different every time I see her on TV.